everybody, and welcome back to Crime in Sports.
Yay!
Oh, yay indeed, Jimmy. Yay indeed. My name is James Petrogallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmy Wissman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us today on more crazy crime in sports.
Yeah.
We are very excited. We have a murderer for you today, so that's fun.
Wow.
Yeah, no spoiler alert, but, you know, if you read the descrieption of it, you probably got that
knew.
so far. But, yeah, it's a newer guy here. It just happened, and he's
Young
a
man.
kind of he's a retired guy who screwed up. We'll talk all about it. But before we get to that, definitely head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. Get all your merchandise. Get your tickets for live small-town murder shows as well. The only one available really for sale right now that we're talking about is Seattle.
Yeah.
It is Seattle in October. There's a few tickets left in Philly in December, so grab those. But we're not going to push
Hurry
those
up.
because it's just about sold out. So Seattle, that's where you got to go to get your tickets right now. Shutupandgivememurder.com. Also, get Patreon. What's wrong with you people? Get some Patreon. I mean, treat yourself. You deserve the Patreon. That's
Good
what it is.
stuff, yeah.
Patreon.com/crimeinsports is where you get all of the bonus material. Anybody $5 a month or above, you're going to get so much stuff. First of all, hundreds of back episodes you've never heard before, bonus stuff immediately upon subscription. Then we're going to get new ones every other week. One crime in sports, one small town murder. You're going to get those. By the way, this week, what we're going to get here for crime in sports, we're going to talk about bankrupt athletes. That's fun. People losing everything. That's fun.
Yeah.
Then for small town murder, it's part 2 of Ted Bundy helping to catch the Green River Killer, the second and final part of that. And then we'll do history of executions. We got an internet salad coming up, all that good stuff.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, those are a lot of fun. Then, on top of all of that, you also get all the shows, Crime and Sports, Your Stupid Opinions, and Small Town Murder, all ad-free with your Patreon. Ad-free. And on top of that, you get a shout-out at the end of the show. It's literally all we could possibly do.
Best we can do.
Oh,
Best and final offer.
Best and final. It's the most we could do for $5, honestly. There's nothing more we could possibly do. But we're not. Everything gets more expensive except for that. And we're keeping that at $5. So thank you so much for doing that.
And you get the credit for doing it.
And you get a shout-out. I'm going to say, Jimmy's not going to forget you. He's going to mispronounce your name to say how much we appreciate you. That's how we show our love and appreciation.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of fun there. Patreon.com/crimeinsports. That said, let's get right to it.
Let's go.
We are going to talk about Dan Serafini. Now, you've probably read a lot about him lately because especially our people posting about it all the time. Anytime there's an athlete who gets in trouble, our people are on it. So
I missed it, I think.
Dan Serafini was a major league pitcher, which is great because baseball players out of the major sports, they're really the
Most even keeled.
They just don't get in that much trouble anymore. They just don't. They make a lot of money. The game's pretty calm. They're not aggressive by nature when it comes to, you know what I mean? They're not like football players where they're, go kill that guy, then calm down. They tell baseball players, keep calm, even keel. Don't be an angry hitter. Like you're supposed to keep cool. So, we don't get a lot. Hockey players actually don't do a lot either, but that's mainly because they're Canadian.
More kind. Yeah.
They're either Canadian or like Eastern European and trying to keep their visa in check. You know what I mean? Either one.
Belly full of gravy fries will calm you right the fuck down.
That calms you down, man. So, that poutine will get you. So, let's talk about it. Daniel Joseph Serafini, Serafini, nickname The Wolf.
Yeah.
There you go. Born January 25th, 1974 in San Francisco. Here, he's a left-handed pitcher. And we'll talk a little bit about him. Not a huge guy, I don't think, either, as we'll get into here.
Really?
His parents are Italian. That's why we get the Serafini over here.
Yeah, sounds like a dish with seafood in it.
You're definitely, for sure. There's definitely legs in there, as my ex-wife would say. My ex-wife, quick story. First time I took her, this was years and years ago, before we were married and any of that stuff. I took her to the first Christmas Eve that she'd been to at my grandmother's house when my grandmother moved to Phoenix. Yeah, and so, big Italian Christmas Eve, all the traditional shit. She makes a pasta with, like not a zuppa de pesce, but it's got clams.
Like that. Yeah.
It's got shrimp. It's got calamari in it and squid and stuff. So there's legs sticking out. The calamari, the little legs coming out. And my ex-wife looked at it and then looked at me and she goes, "There's legs in this." I'll never forget it. "There's legs in this. And
There's
I went,
legs.
"Yeah." I go, "Yeah, just eat it. It's good." And she was like, "I don't know." She had never seen it before and it really freaked her out. So
There's
as they always say, "There's legs in this." And I was like, ugh.
That's very
Jesus.
funny.
It was very funny at the time, but yeah. So then I, of course, embarrassed her and was like, "There's legs in it. She didn't want to eat."
She doesn't like legs.
My grandmother, like,
You got
"What do
any
you
white
mean?"
meat?
Yeah, is there like a boneless, skinless chicken breast in there somewhere she can throw on top of this? So he says it like this, Dan does, quote, "I have always had a strong Italian family growing up, but Italian heritage or history was never really taught. I never learned Italian, even though my father speaks Italian and both of my grandparents only spoke Italian. I just wasn't brought up that way." And there's a difference in Italians. And I don't know if you're not from the Northeast, you wouldn't know this because you've probably met 2 Italian people in your life. But there's a big difference in I'll go to Tony Soprano.
Yeah,
There's the Wonder Bread Wop,
sure.
which is kind of you don't know anything about your heritage. Most of those people, though, never met an immigrant. They're like great-grandparents came or great-great-grandparents came, and they grew up trying to – they might have an anglicized last name. They grew up trying to be, "You're American, goddammit. You're American, you're American, and you're not," all that stuff. That's one genre of the Italians. Yeah. And then there is kind of the other genre. There's basically, did you grow up with immigrants or not? That's what it is.
Right.
If you didn't grow up with immigrants, it's a different situation. If you grew up around immigrants all the time, like if his grandparents are from Italy and he had to spend all his time at their house like I did, he'd have a different, I think, look at it and a different aspect on the whole thing.
My high school girlfriend's last name was Panzarelli from the boat, but they shortened it to Panza, and you wouldn't know for fucking anything that they were Italians.
Exactly. That's a thing. They really do. The Italians are the most self-loathing of all the ethnicities. They really are. Because at home they'll know they're Italian and stuff, but outside they're like, "Hey, look at me. I'm John Green. That's me. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm just like
Panza.
you." It's just weird. I never got that, and I came from the side that was like, "Ma, fuck those people, ma." I got those shit. Yeah, you be proud of who you are. "My hid from Nazis to get you here. People have problems." That kind of shit. So a little different. So that's kind of where he seems like he's more of the Wonder Bread variety of Italian. I don't know. I don't know if his mom was making sauce on Sunday or not here. So
Perhaps.
doesn't seem like it. So he went to Junipero Serra High School in San Mateo, California.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Same school as Barry Bonds, by the way.
Wow.
Not bad. In 1991, in a 7-0 win over Salinas High School, he pitched a playoff no-hitter.
Wow.
And it's still, to this day, the only playoff no-hitter in school history.
Really?
So, he ends up getting some attention
California's
here.
got a lot of ball players, and that's
tons.
a pretty impressive record to still stand.
The ball players come from California and Florida, where you can play all year round. Makes sense. I mean, May 19th, 1991 here, that's he had, I guess, almost had, that's when this all happened, but he had almost had 4 no-hitters that season. Wow. That got him broken up late in the game. Here.
All 4 of them.
All 4 of them. He twice lost no-hitters in the 7th inning, which is pretty good. It's not bad at all here. I believe it's the same one. It has to be. Jason Kidd walked in the 4th and scored the only run in the win in another win. So Jason Kidd was.
That one, yeah?
It has to be because I know he's from that area and he went to Berkeley. He went to UC Berkeley,
UC,
so he's. That makes perfect sense that he would be there. And he's a good athlete. I'm sure he didn't just play basketball.
Probably a multi-sport athlete, probably.
Yeah, all those guys are. He was, Dan, not Jason Kidd, got basically all the MLB scouts were looking for him after this because he was 11-1 that year and set a single-season school record of 149 strikeouts as well. Wow. He went 20-2 in his 2 seasons in varsity here with a 1.70 ERA. So.
Dang.
If you don't know anything about baseball, he's fucking doing
he's
real
really
good.
Fucking good.
He's really good, and he's left-handed, so he could be a little less good, and they'd still be looking at him.
That's a high school stud is what that is.
Absolutely. So It's interesting here. He was named to every all-star team, all county, all peninsula, all Northern California, you name it. He was the 1992 WCAL Country and County and Peninsula Co-Player of the Year. In addition to, I'm not sure, in addition to being named somebody who's probably not played sports ever.
That's what they don't say.
Yeah, that's what they don't say. And being named the San Mateo Times County Athlete of the Year.
There he is.
Yeah, high school athletes fade out. You don't see them very much.
Yeah.
So I remember
a lot of Al Bundys out there.
Oh, tons.
I
remember seeing Rod, Beck, my friend there, in his house. He had a bat up and a plaque in the wall. And I said, it was up high, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I got a steps when I went and looked at it. I was like, holy shit. It was the best hitter in LA award.
Yeah.
Rod, the relief pitcher. In high school, he was the best hitter in LA County with Todd Zeal.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit, that's incredible.
That's
fucking Todd Zeal, he actually hit in the majors for a long goddamn time. So I thought that was really funny. I was like, wow, that guy, what happened? Whatever happened to that one? Yeah.
He probably feels bad that in high school, his best hitter is the relief.
It's the relief pitcher. It's true, though.
Who happens to be a goddamn tank.
No shit, built like a tank. A lot of those guys, pitchers weren't pitchers at first, though. I mean, Trevor Hoffman wasn't a pitcher until he was, until he was drafted after the Pirates. In the minors, they made him a pitcher.
Wow.
He was a shortstop. These guys with good arms are shortstop, center fielders, right fielders, shit like that. So they're talking about him being a top prospect. Dan just says, I'm trying not to pay attention to it. I'm trying to concentrate on high school. Right now, high school comes first. Yeah, right. I have biology class. Hold on. Never mind my career and everything and being a famous ball player. Oh, absolutely. They gave him the Bull Durham speech that Costner gave Tim Robbins, where he's like, just going to go out and play it one day at a time, and God willing, we'll come out on top.
Make sure you remind him that student comes first in student athlete. Say that.
Yeah. Oh, man. It just means he probably has an agent already that's telling him exactly what to say.
Right.
That is pretty fucking funny.
High school comes first.
Comes first. Serafini's ranked third in the nation among draft desirable pitchers. So on all the scouting sheets, he's the third pitcher in the nation here.
Wow.
He opened the season with 6-0 with 93 strikeouts and 49 innings. His fastball's only in the mid-80s, which isn't really that spectacular.
That's not great, yeah. But it can be improved.
For a lefty, though, if it moves, that's the thing. If you're a lefty and your pitch has a little bit of weird movement on it, 87's fine. Yeah. So, they said that they like it. He throws a curve, a slider, and a changeup. He's got
he's got 3 pitches.
Yeah, and a fastball. So he's got 4 pitches, and he's a lefty that throws 4, off-speed pitches, which are 3 off-speed pitches, which is a big deal. He said, I still have a problem walking men, but I get it in there sometimes. That's what he said as a joke. He has some control issues are what you expect from a high school pitcher.
Yeah. The sentence just sounds filthy. But
it really does. It really fucking does. I still have a problem walking men. It's the men part.
Yeah,
hitters would have been fine.
Sometimes.
I get it in sometimes, though, when they're on their way to first base. I got to wrestle them to the ground. It's not easy.
I get it in.
Plus, you got to move that jock strap thing aside out of their ass. That's tough, too, but I get it in there. He said he signed a letter of intent with the University of Miami, but he said he would consider a pro offer if drafted well enough.
Oh.
This is what guys do to get leverage. You sign a letter of intent with a college. That way, if a team drafts you, they know you have choices and they can't lowball you. They have to give you a decent offer. Or you say, I have somewhere else to go. I'll just go. I'll go to college. I'll play there for a year, get drafted again next year. Yeah. See how that goes. Because guys do that all the time. That's very common. He said, it's an open decision right now. If I get an offer I can live with, I'll take it. It's a hard decision for an 18-year-old to make. If I make the wrong decision, I have to live with it.
Right. I mean, that's just true about every year of your life.
Everything. But I guess it's when you're 18, it's a lot to choose your whole path of your life here.
Sure.
I guess they're saying that, he's going to, he could be basically, he could get, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Who knows?
Yeah.
He could get a good amount of money here. So June 1st, 1992 is the MLB draft here. and he is picked in the first round of the MLB draft, which is a big deal. He's picked 26th overall by the Minnesota Twins in the first round. And baseball, by the way, draft where you're drafted really doesn't matter because it's whether they can sign you or not. So the obvious number one guy might not get drafted till like 9th because they know that he's not going to sign with them, so they don't draft him. So that's how that goes.
And the baseball, they play that game more than any other sport too. Where
there's so many games, because the draft is so different. You can just, if you get drafted, you don't like the offer, that team only holds your rights for a year until the next draft.
Yeah.
So if you re-enter the draft, then you can get drafted by somebody totally different. It's like a redo every year. So you can play college. While you're in college, you can get drafted every year and see where you want to go.
Does it cost any money to declare for the draft?
No.
I don't think so. Every year.
Maybe like a $75 fee or something.
Yeah, we should declare for it every single year.
I think back in the day, a few years ago on this show, I think we both declared for the NBA draft, I believe, didn't we? I'm still waiting for a phone call. So, guys, we're available is what I'm saying.
It would be very funny if a team didn't give a shit about anybody else in the draft. We're just like, we're taking 2 in this pick.
These 2 idiots. Neither of them are any good.
They both together equal a quarter of an athlete.
There they are. Hey, one's tall.
And one of them's got a big mouth.
One of them's got a big mouth? Which one?
You guys just wait and see, sports writers.
That's hilarious.
Opening day, you'll find out.
They're both mouthy, so they can only play one at a time. That's how it works. It's too much otherwise. Oh, that's hilarious. So he agrees to a deal on the 4th of July. So that's
freedom.
It's freedom of a deal right there.
Let it ring.
Let it ring. November 18th, 1994. There's an article here in the Star Tribune says the Twins' young gun. Oh, yeah. Serafini packs confidence fastball while shooting for major leagues. Man, they're saying he has the look of a winner. That's what this article starts out by. So, like, that matters at all.
The look. I like a guy that doesn't look like a winner.
No. Well, that's the Moneyball shit where the guy's like, he's got a good face. And he's like, what does that mean? What is that? How does that translate into baseball? Because Billy Beane was like, I had a good face and I sucked. So what are we talking about here? You know what I mean?
I had such a good face. Brad Pitt's playing me.
Yeah, that's my face. You know, my career average is about 210. That's the problem. Otis Nixon looked like a goblin, but the guy can hit 300. You know what I mean? No one ever said he's got a good face, but he played in the league for a long fucking time.
My favorite line from not a lot of sentences start with my favorite line from God damn it, Space Jam.
Space Jam. There we go.
Not a lot of people start sentences with my favorite line from Space Jam, but when that dorky guy from Seinfeld, the little fat guy with the Jufro, what's his name?
Jason Alexander?
No, the other one.
He's Wayne Knight.
What is it?
Wayne Knight. Newman.
I think that's his name. Yeah. What was his name in the show?
Newman.
Yes, that's him. Yes.
Fucking Newman. Hello, Newman.
But he was trying to get on the team too. He goes, you don't understand. I'm short and I'm fat, but I'm slow. It's like, you're not selling it.
And I can't jump also. Yeah.
Those are all me. Those are my favorite.
But I also have a knee injury. So he has the look of a winner, whether he's standing on the mound wearing moosed hair and black high tops, easing through the fluid pitching motion and unleashing a 90-plus mile-an-hour fastball, or detailing his dreams.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He's one of the youngest players in the Arizona Fall League, and according to scouts, one of the most promising. I guess he had pitched in Class A Fort Myers for his first season. We went 9-9 with a 4.61 ERA, which is impressive in Single A.
Okay, got it. Single A down in Fort Myers. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, Single A is tough because we go to the Renegades games and it's the
good players in that fucking
There's
league.
A lot of good players. It's just the pitchers don't have a lot of breaking shit yet.
Yeah, right.
That's the issue. So guys are looking for fastballs and they're sitting on them.
They're looking to send them out.
They're looking to get some attention. Absolutely. So he had 130 strikeouts. He did out with only 57 walks, which is incredible for a young pitcher, and he's a left-hander. So they're like, how long will it take your mind and body to catch up to your left arm? That's what they're wondering. Yeah. And the Gus Gandarellis, a Twins pitching prospect, said, he's good now.
He starts early.
He's starting out real early. Hasn't even fucked up yet, but he's good now. With time and a little more maturity, he's going to be real good. Mm-hmm. When he's right, he's tough. So, well, they said, do you expect to make it to the majors in the next 2 years? And he said, I should be there sooner than that, Serafini says. Look at you. Yeah. I have a tired arm right now, but I think I should be there by the end of next year if I stay consistent. I was leading this league in ERA for a while, then had a bad game and haven't been able to pitch enough innings to get it back down.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's doing fine, but he wants to go to AAA next year, he's saying. That would be great. That way the Twins could really see him. Yeah. He said, I hope not to start in AA. I don't like the Eastern League. I don't like the weather. You can't say that when you're a prospect. I don't like the weather over there. Well, okay. Doesn't matter.
Send me to Cleveland, please.
Yeah. They like to send players to AA because that's where the talent is.
Yeah, that's where you get better.
The most talent is concentrated in AA, and that's why they want to send pitchers there, because they're going up against badass hitters.
You can play, yeah.
See if you're ready, basically. He said, they said, would he rather start in the PCL, where a combination of high altitude, small ballparks, and bad pitching enables teams to hit 300? He said, it's a hitter's league, but I think I can keep the ball down enough to get ground balls. We don't have any left-handed starters other than Eddie Guardado. Remember him? He was a closer for Twins for a long time. A few years, anyway. Eddie Guardado.
Yeah, was he part of that fucking... No, never mind.
Early 2000s Twins kind of a thing.
It might be them. They have a nickname, some of the guys from the Twins. I think he might be one of them.
I'm not sure.
He said,
I think I have a good chance. I didn't think I should have been an A-ball last year, but I didn't pitch all that well, so I guess it worked out. Yeah, cocky little asshole, isn't he?
No shit.
I'm 18, but I don't think I should have been an A-ball with the rookies. Yeah. Like, you're a rookie. What are you talking about? So that's weird. The manager of Chandler of the Arizona Fall League said he's a good young arm and he's a good kid. He's one of the top prospects in the league. He doesn't pitch like he's 19 or 20. He's a lot more mature. He's competed real well, and he's got a heck of a future. Uh-huh. And then the Twins general manager said, this is great. What do you think he's going to say in his first sentence?
I don't like his fucking attitude.
No, he's going to say the same thing that they all say. Quote, he's a good kid, and we think he's got a chance. The same exact thing the other guy said. We think he's got a chance to be a very good pitcher. The other guy said he's a good pitcher and he's a good kid. This guy said he's a good kid and a good pitcher. They just reversed it.
Run it back, reverse it.
He said he's got a good frame and he's starting to add some quality weight as he matures. God, I hate when they talk about these guys like they're like animals that do farm work or some shit, like an oxen that you bought.
A blue ribbon pig.
Yeah, it's real weird. And he's got a live arm. He's a big part of our future. Serafini says, I don't think I have anything to really work on. I just have to throw strikes. I don't think I have anything to work on. I'm 20 in the minor leagues.
Perfect.
All good here. By the way, the same high school that he went to not only had Barry Bonds, but also Greg Jeffries.
Greg
as well.
Jeffries. Why do I know that name?
Played in the league for 15. Everybody. He played for, I want to say, like 14 teams. The
Brewers, one of them?
Yes, I'm pretty sure he was. And he also played a shitload of positions, too.
Oh, all right. Oh,
he played.
That felt like you were just humoring me.
No. I think he might have, actually. He played for like 14 teams. Like, he played for a lot, over 10 teams, I know he played for.
Wow.
A lot. I just remember when I was a kid in 1988, his rookie card was like hot shit. Greg Jeffries' rookie card is going to be a big deal, and then obviously it's not. So he was a catcher, a first baseman, a second, a fucking third baseman. He played everywhere.
Mets.
Yeah, Mets, Cardinals, everybody. Like I said.
No shit.
Played. Did he play for the Brewers? You're looking it up.
Does not look like it. Like he went,
every other team but the Brewers?
Mets, Royals, Cardinals, Phillies, Angels, Tigers. Yeah, no Brewers.
Everybody else, though.
Yeah.
So Serafini says, I know Bonds and I'm good friends with Jeffries. See, nobody is good friends with Bonds because nobody likes him.
No.
He's never been likable.
And Bonds doesn't like anybody but Bonds.
No, he doesn't like him. He said he was on the same team with Rod, and I asked Rod about him. And if Rod doesn't say you're okay, you're probably a dick. It's because he likes everybody. So if you're a dick, you're a dick. He said, hey, he's fine. He's fine. He just they got in an argument once because Barry Bonds told Rod his locker was dirty.
So the fuck what?
And Rod said, fuck you looking in my locker for?
Yeah.
Cunt face. And he said, well, you should clean your locker. And he said, you should go fuck your mother.
Car. Yeah.
Yep. So that was that.
My car has shit in it too. What do you want to fucking
argument.
organize it for me? Then shut your fucking
what
mouth.
Else? So in 1996, Serafini was rated by Baseball America as the 76th ranked prospect in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound great, but that's actually pretty good. It's not bad.
Yeah, there's a fuckload of minor leagues players.
There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Yeah. So the 1996 Minnesota Twins, because I think they're going to bring them up for a September call-up here, they were 78 and 84, fourth in the AL Central, so might as well bring some guys up and see what you got.
Give it a shot. Yeah.
What's the difference at this point? This is the, Rick Aguilera, LaTroy Hawkins, Eddie Guardado Twins here. Chuck Knobloch right before he went to the Yankees and had all of his issues. He was so good back then. Fuck, he was an all-star that year. Yeah. Pat Mahomes, there you go.
There he is, senior.
He's on that. Yep, senior's on that team. Brad Radke. Mm-hmm. Okay, a lot of those guys. June 24th, 1996, Serafini to get called up, they're saying, from AAA Salt Lake.
Yeah.
They plan to start him during a doubleheader. The move's only being made for Tuesday, meaning that he might get sent back in 2 days. They only brought him up because they need a doubleheader starter, basically. Yeah, they said that he was on the Salt Lake City Buzz, which if you saw Major League 3 back to the minors, that's the team that they were dealing with. By the way, that's Walton Goggins playing the young guy, playing what's his name, whatever Anderson or some shit.
It's got to be his first movie, right? At least
I don't know. It's
close to.
It
seems like that guy has been in.
He has the same hairline, though, that he does. He was like 23, and he had a hairline of a fucking 48-year-old man that was going
When he
wrong.
was in Django, he just looked like he was a struggling actor. Now in Righteous Gemstones and the Vice President, looks like he's doing really well.
He's doing great for himself. Yeah,
he looks very healthy and happy.
So he starts on June 25th against the New York Yankees in 96, too, which is their first World Series victory of that whole little run there. He pitched 4.1 innings, allowed 5 runs, and took the loss. It's his only major league appearance of the year, and he went back down to the minors there. So that year he finishes 0-1 with a 10.38 ERA in the majors, which that's a one outing. Yeah, and that was a good lineup, too, that Yankee lineup. So 1997, Minnesota, they're 68 and 94. Not good.
No.
That is bad. Bad.
Losses.
Yeah, that's real bad here. Not good at all. David Ortiz on this team, by the way, before he went to the Red Sox here. Yeah. This year, he's 2-1. He pitches in 6 games. He's 2-1 with a 3.42 ERA. So I'm going to say he's got to be feeling good about himself. He's a rookie with an ERA under 3.5.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And brought it down from 10.
I'm going to say that's grace right there, let's say. Let's call that grace.
Improvement. Wow.
98 Twins, 70 and 92. They really weren't getting much better here over the time. And dead last in attendance in the American League as well.
That's right. I remember.
Dead last.
And is this the playing indoors place?
Yeah, this is the Metrodome where they wanted a new stadium, so they were trying to show how terrible the stadium is. But
it's so bad.
Yeah, having a terrible attendance isn't a way to get a city to buy you a new stadium. Because, hey, look, no one wants to come to the game, so you should buy us a new stadium.
Because our stadium sucks.
Our stadium blows. So this year, he pitches in 28 games this year. He's 7-4 with a 6.48 ERA. That is not great.
Yeah.
He starts 9 games, and so a lot of relief time. And this is a rookie. Sometimes he's a middle relief. Sometimes he's starting.
Yeah.
That's a really tough thing for a guy to do.
It's hard to prove yourself, prove your worth.
He made $170,000 that year.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's better than nothing here. March 31st, 1999, so the end of spring training, right before the season starts. He's purchased by the Chicago Cubs.
Oh.
They bought him.
Okay.
Like lawn equipment. They just bought him like a mower. So The 1999 Cubs, by the way, coming off that hot wild card in 98 when they had their kind of magical season there in 98 and shit, fucking Rod had 51 saves that year. That was a good year for everybody. That was the Kerry Wood striking out 20 and all that kind of shit. 1999, they're 67 and 95. It all fell apart there.
Whew.
Not terrific. Now, this year, Rod's on the team for the first half, and then he got traded to the Red Sox at the All-Star break after Dusty Baker had completely fucking destroyed his arm in San Francisco.
Dusty was playing?
No, in San Francisco.
Got it. Yeah,
Rod had the record for most consecutive days pitching.
God, Jesus.
And there's a game on YouTube where he is coming in the ninth to pitch against Atlanta, and it's from 94 or whatever, and they're talking about how they call him from the dugout, from the bullpen, and the announcers literally go, I can't believe they're bringing him back in again. This is crazy. The guy said, this is crazy. They go, his arm has got to be rubber right now. This is his 11th straight appearance.
Good Lord.
They're like, I don't understand why they're doing this to this guy. Like, the whole time they're doing it, they're just like, I don't know how he has anything left. He's pitching every single day. This is ridiculous. And
Dusty was trying to see if he could do it, and he
did it. Well, Dusty would ask the guys, if I need you, can you go today?
Yeah.
What are you supposed to say? That's what Rod said. He goes, half the time my arm was so fucking sore, but what am I going to say? No. You can't say no, especially Dusty Baker. He's this giant guy, and he's like a father figure, and he's going, you can be ready today? And you go, and everybody trusts him. Dust. Yeah. And that was then, and also Roger Craig was before that as a manager. But anyway, this year, the Cubs obviously don't have the best season like we said. Sammy Sosa, again, also hitting all the home runs that year, again, in 99. For Serafini, though, he goes 3-2 in 42 games. He only started 4, so he came out of the bullpen most of the time. 62 innings, 6.93 ERA.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
He also... That's bad. Yeah, you can't have an ERA almost 7 and expect to stick around.
Right.
That year, he also made 2 starts for the Iowa Cubs. So he did that, which is nice.
Not the Chicago ones.
Not the Chicago ones. The Iowa Cubs, where, again, Rod played in 2003 and lived in the RV out in center field there.
Hell yeah.
When he was trying to come back, the Cubs were nice enough to make a deal with him where you can come play in our minor league system, and if anybody signs you, we'll let you go. And if anybody else wants you, they can have you, basically. They just gave him a platform to perform on, which I thought was really nice of them. It's a nice team. So this year, he makes $200,000, Serafini.
Okay.
December 22nd, 1999, he's traded by the Cubs to the San Diego Padres for a minor leaguer named Brandon Purnell.
Oh.
Don't know. So now he's going to the Padres. The 2000 Padres, 76 and 86. Man, he is like Mr. Mediocre baseball team.
Put him on the worst team.
You just go to this team and fucking die in anonymity. Yeah. Who cares? There's, like I said, 76 and 86. This is the, trying to think of who's really big on this team. It doesn't matter. Ryan Klesko. Guys like that. Was McGriff there yet? Let me look here. I don't know if he was there yet, McGriff. No, he wasn't there.
He's not there.
No.
Well,
Dave,
yours is 97?
Jesus, a 37-year-old Dave Magadan. No, this is 2000, I think.
Oh, 2000.
2000,
Long gone by then.
Long gone. Yeah, this is, trying to think. Yeah,
who the fuck else? Ryan Klesko from the Braves from fucking 92?
Yeah. Trevor Hoffman, John Mabry. All right. Good God. I mean, all the Caminittis and those guys are gone, you know what I mean, from that run they made in the late 90s when they made it to the World Series in 98. They kind of suck. Yeah, they kind of suck. Yeah, they've lost their guys. Kevin Brown already left and all that shit. So this year, he goes 0-0.
Oh,
he's only in 3 games, and he has an ERA of 18.
Oh, my God.
That's not good.
No.
That's for the Padres. So the Padres trade him in June when his ERA is 18. They trade him to the Pirates for a player to be named later. Now he's not even getting
about it down the road.
Just who cares? Give us someone later. We just want rid of this guy.
We'll call it later. What do you say? Fine.
Jesus Christ. They ended up sending Andy Boucher to the Padres to complete the trade. So the 2000 Pirates, again, or this because he spends the rest of 2000 on this team. 69 and 93. Again, a bad team.
Boy,
not good at all. And this
is
Jesus.
when they've got fucking nobody.
They got Bronson Arroyo. They got wow.
Nothing.
That's
Fucking
about it.
Nothing.
Scott Sauerbeck is one of your big fucking stars. That's a problem here. So this year for Pittsburgh, he actually plays in 11 games. They start him in all 11 games.
Wow.
So they think they have a starter, and they're going to try him out. And that's one of the advantages of going to a terrible team is they have some room to see what you got. He is 2-5 with a 4.91 ERA.
That's not bad. He got 11 games. That's a good 2 months worth of work.
Much better. Yeah, that's much better. So his ERA for the season is 5.51, which isn't great, but the second half of the season he did much better. Made $230,000.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, that's better. March 20th, 2001, in spring training, he's released by the Pirates.
Uh-oh.
March 27th, he's signed as a free agent with the Giants, which he's excited about because he's going home.
Yeah.
April 24th, 2001, he's released by the Giants. So that didn't last long.
They've seen enough.
Yeah. May 8th, 2001, signed as a free agent with the Mets. There we go.
Okay.
Going to New York now. August 5th, 2001, released by the Mets.
Ouch.
So going back home now.
That was a nice little vacation.
August 7th, signed with the Brewers. This is
Good
imagine
Christ.
imagine living this.
The option.
He's living like a road comic.
Yeah, there's no
Like,
way
he's
he
just
moved
up.
to these places, right?
3 days
He's
in
just staying
Toledo, I
hotels.
guess.
Yeah.
Some efficiency, corporate apartments or whatever that the team puts them up in or some shit.
Or some long term. Yeah, something long term. And long term meaning like a month. But he's staying in shit hotels with his fingers crossed that he gets to buy a house soon, and he's not getting it.
No, he needs a contract. He needs a team to say, we're going to keep you for a minute
Right.
here. Signs as a free agent with the Mets, released by the Mets August 5th, 2001. August 7th, signed with the Brewers. October 15th, 2001. So he must have rode out the season with the that's he's there 2 months for Christ's sake. That's quite the stretch for him.
6 weeks.
So he's a free agent at this point, granted free agency. November 3rd, 2001, signs as a free agent with the Anaheim Angels. So he's going to go there. March 28th, 2002, before the season starts, right at the end of spring training, he's released by the Angels.
Wow.
So he is in a shit world of hurt right now.
Tried out for a third of the league so far.
Dude, he's played for almost as many teams as Greg Jeffries at this point.
Yeah. And I think the same ones.
Pretty much, yeah. August, except for the Brewers, as we know.
Yeah.
August of 2002, he pitches for a minute here for the China Trust Whales.
Yeah.
Which is a team in the Chinese Professional Baseball League in Taiwan. I didn't know that.
The Chinese Trust or the Chinese Trust Whales? Is it?
It's China Trust.
Okay.
That's China Trust Whales. Yeah.
Right.
I had no idea there was a Chinese Professional Baseball League in Taiwan. No clue.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know the Little League kids can sure fucking play, but that's it.
Yeah, no
I don't
kidding.
know.
Yeah.
November 14th, 2002, signs as a free agent with the St. Louis Cardinals.
There you go.
Here we go. August 21st, 2003, released by the St. Louis Cardinals.
That's a good organization. You want to stay there.
You do. He began the season pitching for AAA, the Memphis Redbirds, but was released after going 0-1 with a 9 ERA in 3 games in AAA.
Ooh.
This is not going well.
No.
So then he went to play in the Mexican League for Monterrey for a while.
Okay.
So now he's been in China and Mexico, which if you're an athlete, that's a bad sign. It's a sign things aren't going your way.
And he's failing at a rate 100%. This is
everywhere he goes.
He's bad at this.
It's incredible. Teams are still signing him. That's baseball. You get so many chances if you're left-handed. Oh my God! If he was right-handed, he'd have been out of the league 8 teams ago. Done. Absolutely.
It's crazy though that you can be this. I mean, and you want to say this bad, but he's clearly so good at this, just not at the level that he wants to be at.
If he came to your house and started throwing in your backyard, you go,
like,
holy
wow,
shit, look at this
play
guy.
Baseball.
Yeah, you should do this professionally. But
they hate me.
when put next to Randy Johnson at that time in 2003, it didn't quite work the same way. So by August 25th, 2003, he's bought again by the Cincinnati Reds this time.
Nice.
From Monterrey of the Mexican League.
Okay.
And that is, I think the Mexican leagues, one of the things they exist on financially is they get these American players, then hope that someone will buy them from them. That's what they do.
That's how they make their money, huh?
They make a couple of bucks like that, because I remember hearing about that back in the day there. 2003 Cincinnati Reds are 69 and 93. Dude, you can almost call it. Every team he plays for is 69 and 93. They suck. They had 3 managers this year. That's not good.
What? Really?
Bob Boone, Ray Knight, and Dave Miley. All 3. None of them with a winning record. Well, Ray Knight was 1-0, so that's good.
And then they shit-canned him.
I think he was just filling in for a minute there.
Yeah.
They have Aaron Boone on this team, Ryan Dempster, Ken Griffey Jr., of course, on this team.
At the end.
Jesus. He's hanging on there. Barry Larkin, of course, still 39-year-old. Griffey's only 33 at this point.
9-year-old Barry Larkin?
39-year-old Barry Larkin. Absolutely.
He was on the team that won the World Series, right?
Yeah, he was on that 90
Sabo.
team. Yeah, where's Sabo and Jose Rijo and all those fucking guys here. Jesus, there's some shit guys on this team too. You know the team suck because the roster is enormous. There's 57 guys on the roster, which means a lot of guys came up and down and left and went, and they had a lot of turnover. So 2003 Cincinnati, he pitches in 10 games, starts 4. Not bad. He's 1-3 with a 5.40 ERA.
Okay.
Not great. Again, not exactly making your presence known with authority, as another Bull Durham reference here.
Certainly not winning games.
He's not announcing his presence with authority. October 4th, 2003, he's granted free agency. Go ahead on, Dan. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, and that's the same as released, right?
Pretty well, yeah. That means he's
more or less.
Yeah, they make it sound granted free agency like it's a gift.
Shop yourself.
Oh, lovely. That's great if you have a bunch of teams that want to give you money, but otherwise, if you're about to sign with Nippon, that's not a good idea.
When you're out there begging.
And he does. He signs with Nippon of the Professional Baseball League of Japan.
Yeah.
He also played for the Chiba Latte Marines in 2004 and 5, and the Oryx Buffaloes in 2006 and 7. So all over the world, Mexico, Japan, you name it, he's going. So now he's pitched in China, Mexico, Japan, all over the place, and America. July 31st, 2007. This is incredible. He's signed as a free agent with the Colorado Rockies.
Really? Well, I mean,
It is so amazing to. It's all pitching help there. You're just throwing fucking kindling on the fire up there when you have pitchers. Just go ahead. We need more pitchers to get hit home runs off of. But it is so good to be left-handed if you're in baseball. It's just incredible. No right-handed pitcher would have a prayer of them even remembering who the fuck he was at this point with his 6 ERA and everything else. So he signs with the Rockies. They're 90 and 73 that year. Holy shit, a winning record. They finished
Colorado, unheard of.
They finished they finished second in the NL West that year.
Wow.
Got a wild card berth, swept the Phillies in the divisional series, swept the Diamondbacks in the NLCS, and then got swept by the Red Sox in the World Series. So all of their series that year were minimal amount of games.
Yeah. If somebody won, they're going to win this series every time.
But that's it. That's their only time going to the World Series, right? Colorado?
Yeah.
Can't think any other time.
No, they definitely never won, and I don't think they have any prospect of winning any time. Boy, do they fucking suck right now. My God.
That's fun. That's fucking fun. So these Rockies, Jesus Christ, there is not a lot going on here. I'm looking at their roster. Holy shit, John Mabry was still playing? Good Lord. He's 36.
Helton's got to be there, right?
Who?
Helton? Is
Helton,
he already gone?
Yeah, I'm sure. I think Helton's still there. Yeah, Helton's still there. And I think Larry Walker should be gone. Yeah. No, I think he should be on another team by now.
Didn't he go to the World Series? I thought Walker and Helton both went that year.
He is not on the team.
That's crazy.
Troy Tulowitzki, looks like it's his rookie year that year. So he was used as a left-handed specialist for the Rockies. He pitched in just 3 games and had 1/3 of an inning pitched.
In all 3?
1/3 of an inning. It means they brought him in to get a lefty out.
Yeah.
He didn't get him out, and they yanked him. That was it.
Yeah.
Or he got him out and whatever. But that only 1/3 of an inning, so he only got one out that year.
Wow.
He had a 54 ERA.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not good at all. I mean, obviously, it's in a third of an inning, so that just means he got hit up.
Yeah.
So October 10th, 2007, granted free agency.
Okay.
2007, in the offseason, he announced that he's going to be throwing batting practice to Barry Bonds in the offseason.
Why?
That's his new job.
Because
he knows him. They live close together. Who knows? November 27th, 2007. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He's suspended 50 games. Suspended from what? I don't know. You're suspended from nothing, mister. Hey, you know that job at Target you have? You can't go there either. 50 games.
Khakis and red shirt are retired, sir.
Yep, sorry. Those are on the shelf for a while there. Leave them in your locker. Failed drug test.
Oh.
Because he's trying to get in the league. He's trying to get back, so he's doing shit to try to get back. Yep, he became the second player of the season to have that. He blamed the positive result on substances prescribed by a doctor in Japan.
Oh.
Blame those shifty Japanese. That's what it is. They did Pearl Harbor and then this. They're just bad.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He said he was limited to a total of 16 games in 2006 and 2007 because what he described as significant injuries. And he said, quote, while trying to accelerate the healing process of these injuries, I took substances that were prescribed for me by a doctor in Japan. What I did not know at the time was these substances would cause me to test positive once I returned to the U.S. I have not taken these or any banned substances since returning to the U.S. and signing with the Rockies organization in July. Okay, so he's that's not good.
No, and he's making excuses. That's
good.
Yeah.
If you're trying to play in the league, man, that is not. And you're on the edge, and then you get busted for that. They're like, well, how bad would he was terrible on the shit. How bad would he be off of it? This is not good.
Yeah.
So 2008 and 2009, he plays for Sultan de Monterrey. So back to Monterrey in the Mexican League here. He played for, a bunch of teams down there. The Bridgeport Bluefish. And he appeared for Mexico in the February 2011 Caribbean Series. He's very Caribbean of him. In 2011, he owned the Throw Like a Pro Baseball Academy in Sparks, Nevada.
Sure. Sparks, Nevada. Golly.
Sparks, Nevada, outside of Reno there. What on Reno 911 they make fun of as the shit, even shittier area.
Shit.
Yeah. So, he Throw Like a Pro. Not like me, like a pro. Right. I'll show you how to throw like an actual pro. Throw better than me, it should be called. 2012 Mexican League, Atlantic League, Mexican League again. Began the season with the Mexican League, ended up with the Bluefish of the Atlantic League. He started 13 games and had a 4.02 ERA there. Mm-hmm. His last game with them was on August 26th, 2012 versus the Sugarland Skeeters.
Yeah.
And this was the day after Roger Clemens started for the same team.
No shit.
Yeah, he made a promotional thing, basically. Interesting here. They said they said that was his last appearance of the season, and he went back to the Mexican League, signing with Naranjeros de Hermosillo. Okay, that's where he signs. Yep. Okay. July 24th, 2013. This is they have a big interview with Dan here. Mm-hmm. They say at home in the bullpen. Okay, he's pitching for Team Italy in the 2013 World Baseball Classic, which tells you the talent level of the Italian national team here. That this guy who can barely cut it in the Mexican leagues is like, well, he's one of our best. We need him. He's not even from here, but we still need him. That's great. Hey, Italian team, I'm available. I'm a little, There it is. I'm bringing Jimmy with me though, so you got to sign us both.
I'm recovering, man.
Yeah. I gotta have a hype man back there. So he began this is his 22nd season as a pro.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. They say about his 104 MLB appearances with the Twins, Cubs, Rockies, Twins, Cubs, Pirates, Padres, Reds, and Rockies. Jesus Christ, he's been a fucking mess. So he is also, he opens up a sports bar in Sparks, Nevada as well.
Great move.
What do you think that
on the table?
What do you think it's called?
Free agents.
Nope. I'm available. That's what it should be called. Sign me, please. I'm available would be great because it's like a bar. People thinking, that's a good name. I think it goes all the way.
What did he call it?
The bullpen.
Oh, yeah.
The bullpen, of course, because he's. And this is a thing that athletes do all the time is they'll put their money, whatever little money they have, they'll put it into some bar and they'll think that that's going to get people to come there, but it's still a bar.
Booze sells very well, but the people that make the money are Jack Daniels and Bud Light. That's why fucking that handsome fuck has made more money off of tequila than anything else he's ever done in his life. Booze makes money.
All that other bullshit was just fucking preamble for
Ocean's
tequila
11,
money.
Who gives a shit? He's got tequila money.
Yeah, he sat around at 10 years old and said, I'll be a tequila impresario someday. That's how I'll do this. So they talk about, here's the interviewer, says that his high school's been known to produce their fair share of athletes. Yeah. Including Barry Bonds and, all these different things. They said, how does it feel to be surrounded by a strong Bay Area professional athlete fraternity at Serra? Oh. Dan says, Serra High School is a great baseball facility and just a great school to go to. We had a lot of great players. Jim Fregosi, manager of the Phillies and a bunch of other, Dan Frisella, even some football players, Lynn Swan, Tom Brady, only a couple. Yeah. Just a couple of major Hall of Famers, that's all. Yeah, just a couple of guys.
Some rings, yeah.
You may have heard of them,
maybe,
not sure. Yeah. Some really good baseball players like Greg Jeffries have come out of my school. So they ask him, Team Italy slugger Chris Colabello followed the same minor league path to the MLB, playing for AA New Britain Rockcats. While you played there, you were named 1995 Eastern League All-Star team member after going 12-9 with a 3.37 ERA. Dan says the most honest thing in the world. That was a long time ago. I can barely remember that. I've been so many places. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. You know how drunk I got to get at night to forget this shit?
What year was I there? I don't even remember.
Fuck. He said at New Britain, Chris got to play in the new stadium. I played at the old Beehive Stadium, which was more like a high school stadium with a trailer park locker room. Mm-hmm. I had a good year that year, and it got me a call up to AAA once the season was over. They said you made your major league debut against the Yankees in June of '96, and he said it was not an easy team to pitch against for my first time playing in the big leagues, but it was a great memory. It was kind of funny. That was a tough team. You got like Paul O'Neill taking pitches and fouling shit off like crazy. Bernie Williams going deep in counts. They had a lot of, and like back that was Chili Davis on that team. A lot of veterans that went deep in counts and would just work pitchers. Those '90s Yankees, their whole goal was work that pitcher to death so he's out by the fifth inning and then eat that fucking bullpen. Yeah, that's what it was. Have 10, 12 pitch at bats and then eat that fucking bullpen alive when it comes in there. And that worked. They did it for years. So they said all about that. He said, it was kind of funny. He said, the Twins wouldn't let me into the locker room before the game. How is that funny? That sucks.
It's not funny at all.
No, they didn't want any animosity in the locker room because they hadn't sent anyone down to AAA yet. So basically, he was going to come in, and they knew somebody was getting sent down because he was there. I had to stay in a hotel, and then on game day, I got to show up right before the game started so I could get ready to play. It wasn't the greatest experience, but it was still a good experience. I got to the big leagues. Yeah. That's just shitty. The Twins should have done a better fucking job. They should have manned up, sent whoever down, and said, this is a kid we're bringing up today. Don't be a cunt. That's it. What are we doing? No wonder why they were fucking 69 and 92 every year. What shitty management that Tom Kelly had. That's terrible. Jesus Christ. So he said at least it was a home game when you had to face the intimidating Yankees. He said although it was a home game in Minnesota, it was still intimidating. It was the New York Yankees. No matter where you're playing them, they're intimidating. Crowd factor definitely helped. I had the crowd on my side. I loved Minnesota. It was very supportive. He said you had some more playing time with 97 and 98 with the Twins. Was that rewarding? He says it was. I made a couple $100,000. I mean, what else? You had a 9 ERA otherwise. Said I got a very brief opportunity with the Twins. You know, going back from starting to the bullpen and starting in bullpen, I was never really able to fill my niche with the Twins. It was rewarding. I'm a Major League Baseball player. There is nothing more rewarding than that. They talk about the Cubs buying your contract and all that kind of thing. He said the ERA was kind of high, meaning his, because it was a 6.93.
Right.
But in my defense, I actually pitched really well until after the All-Star break. You must have pitched horrifyingly beyond that.
And then it fell apart?
He said, I think I only had a 3 or 3.50 ERA up until the All-Star break. Then my big league pitching coach, Marty Demerit, wanted me to become a left-handed specialist and drop down sidearm and start pitching sidearm only.
Oh, trying to Randy Johnson this shit in there.
No, sidearm, not three-quarters.
Didn't he? Oh, like all the way down.
Yeah, like a submariner or a sidearmer that really throws off lefties. So you'd come in just to pitch to a tough lefty, throw your sidearm shit and be done.
Like
kind of a
Kim.
Yeah, but very specialized lefty. There was a couple guys like that. He said, so I did that and it completely screwed up the whole rest of my season. I was walking everybody, giving up all kinds of hits, and it just all kind of happened. I can't blame him. He was just trying to help me out. But to change your pitching mechanics in the middle of a season, it's really hard to make an adjustment to big league hitters. It hurt me pretty good. Yeah, maybe over the off season or something, but you can't send a guy down to the Dominican League or something to work on it. But you can't just be like, hey, I know we were playing these guys yesterday. Tomorrow, try sidearm. It's fucking ridiculous.
Then stand on your head and throw pitches for this next. You're really going to fuck with them.
Yeah. So they asked him about going to San Diego, how'd it feel to go back to California? And he said, I didn't get many opportunities. I was mostly like a chess pawn. I just kind of sat in the dugout. I'd go a week straight without pitching a game. I didn't get as many opportunities as I would have liked to become a better player than I am today. San Diego is beautiful, and I'm from California, even though it's Northern California where I'm from. Southern California is a beautiful place. I guess I had more fun there off the field than on the field. Yeah, they kind of used him as a lefty guy that basically so you don't send in a left-handed pinch hitter. That's all he is. He's a blocking mechanism because then you'll bring him in. So he got traded to Pittsburgh, and they said then you played for the Nashville Sound, and you pitched well there, got called up to the Pirates. And he said, after getting traded from San Diego, I had a really good month or so in Nashville before getting called up. Made my first start against the San Francisco Giants and won. That could have probably been my favorite time in the big leagues, to go back home to my hometown and beating San Francisco in San Francisco. I had a pretty good season with Pittsburgh. They were struggling and in last place. I threw well for Pittsburgh. I just didn't fit in their books. So they go, must have been a dream come true to sign with San Francisco, right?
Right.
And he said, I didn't get to stay with San Francisco too long. He is just the ER, man. Isn't this great? Well, not really.
Everything's just bad news, but...
Well, the interviewer keeps trying to put this positive spin on constant failure, and it's difficult. Yeah. You know what I mean? You went there. Wasn't that great? Oh, not really, because I was there 2 weeks and they cut me, so at that point, kind of sucked. Yeah. Yeah, man. He said they signed me as a big league player, but they didn't have a roster spot. I went to AAA for a little bit. I was making a substantial amount of money for a AAA player, so when they couldn't find a spot for me, I got released about a month later. So, said you signed with the Mets, and he said, I didn't waste any time. Maybe 2 days later, signed with the Mets, went to AAA, played there a little bit, pitched pretty well, but got into an altercation with the GM.
What?
Can't do that if you're
Why'd you do that?
A guy with a 7 ERA and a bunch of teams behind you that you haven't pitched well for.
And you've only been here a minute.
Wow, he said, I ended up getting released and walking on over to the other clubhouse and signed with Milwaukee the same day because they were playing each other.
Yeah.
So they said you finished with the AAA Brewers. They ended up signing a minor league deal with the Angels. And he said, well, you know, the thing is, they say, please clear up all the misconceptions and incorrect information that the media has picked up on to make you have to stand up for yourself and clarify. Yeah. He says, well, you know, the thing is, the media, they always say you were released, you were released, you were released. But for a lot of those teams, I actually picked the option for my release. That's why it's granted free agency, not released. He said, I didn't get released. They would option me down to AAA, and I felt that I didn't deserve to go to AAA, so for a lot of those assignments, I chose not to go. And that's what you do. If they sign you to a major league contract, then they send you down, you can refuse it.
Sure.
You're allowed to refuse it, then they can release you outright, but they have to pay you your contract. So that's how it works. So they said after opting out of your contract with the Angels, not getting released, mind you. Hey, we're not going to get crazy here. You tried to make a comeback with the Cardinals, but you were released. And he said, I knew it was going to happen because during the offseason, I signed for such a high contract to go to AAA. I knew they were using me to fill a spot, so I knew as soon as no one came down from the big leagues or something like that, I was going to get released. He said, so you expected it? And he said, I had signed for a substantial amount of money to go play in AAA. Within the first month, when Kevin Ohm was sent down from St. Louis, they got rid of me the next day. I pitched okay there, but it was really hard because I've always been a starter my whole career, and I kept bouncing back and forth. So I was going from bullpen to bullpen and starting, and never got into a rhythm. For all the teams I played for, I really had a tough time coming out of the bullpen and learning my routine and learning to play. Unfortunately, I didn't really prove myself that well as well. It's hard to go from starting to relieving to starting to. It's a completely different mindset, completely fucking different. And, the guys, a rhythm is a big thing in a baseball season, getting your groove on and shit like that. So they said, it sounds like the experiment on the big league level of being a sidearm specialist coming out of the bullpen went terribly wrong. And he said, they said it was not exactly the best training ground for trying something new. And he said, no, the only chance I had to experiment was on the big stage, which is really difficult if you're not physically or mentally prepared for those things, and I wasn't. I was only 21 or 22 at the time. It was a difficult road for me, that's for sure. They said, this is a great question. Did being disillusioned with American pro ball inspire you to head south to Mexico? Huh? Disillusion. Did the fact that no one would give you money to do this anymore make you go to another place where people would give you money? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Did being rejected by all of these women make the next time you had sex that much better?
Yeah. Did not getting the Tonight Show mean that Conan needed to do a podcast? Yeah, it did. That was what it was. It didn't inspire him to start podcasting. I didn't get the fucking Tonight Show. This sucks. I got to make another thing. Okay. He said, yes, Dan said. I played very inspired to go down there. Played my first year in 2002. It was winter ball for Mazatlan. I had a great year and a fun time there. And they said if I ever had a problem in the summer, I was more than welcome to play in Mexico.
Nice.
So I went after the St. Louis series. I went in 2003 to go play summer ball in Mexico, otherwise known as baseball. It's played in the summer. They said the Reds noticed you and purchased your contract in 2003. He said, I ended up winning the ERA title in Mexico, obviously. Mm-hmm. I set the record for most wins in a row that season. I was a starter. I got back in the swing of things. I got my mechanics back and pitched really well. I got called up and went straight to the big leagues in Cincinnati. Yeah. He said, you started against the Brewers one game, and he said, I believe I also started in a game versus St. Louis. Then I went back to the bullpen after I told the GM I wouldn't go to the bullpen and that I would only start. Because I already had 130 innings pitched in Mexico, I was tired and didn't want to get up and down every day out of the bullpen.
Yep.
After I said I only wanted to start, the GM said that was exactly what I was summoned there to do, to start for Danny Graves because he got hurt. So I went there, got 2 starts, then they stuck me in the bullpen. It was a disappointment. I know it's business, and I just need to man up and do it. It was just hard. So then he said, I talked to Bobby Valentine, a world-class dickhead there, in 2004, and he asked me to go down to Vegas and throw a bullpen for somebody to try out for the team that he managed in Japan. I went there and tried out for the Chiba Latte Marines. I was hurt at the time. I had a broken collarbone because I crashed my motorcycle messing around with my friends. Jesus Christ. So he went to Japan. So they talk about going all over the place, and he said it was really rewarding because I got treated like a player that I was. Japan did nothing but give me the highest respect. Bobby Valentine did nothing but give me the highest respect. He kept me on a routine for the full season, and I had a really good career in Japan. I still talk to Bobby on and off on the internet.
Oh.
Okay. They said, do you follow all the drama that surrounded Bobby Valentine last year when he managed the Red Sox? And he said, I did. In fact, before the season began, I called him and asked him for a job to see if I could get a AAA job or a coaching/player job. His hands were tied. He said he couldn't make any moves, but I followed him and saw all the disappointing articles about him and stuff from players that couldn't handle his attitude. I thought it was ridiculous. He's the smartest guy in baseball, hands down. He may want a little more attention than he deserves, but he's a character. If people don't like it, they try to crucify him. He's a very good man. Okay, Bobby V.
Yeah, he loves it.
They try to. Yeah, I don't know. The guys who want attention a lot are really hard to have as managers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, only I'm saying this because I'm a Yankee fan, but like you want like that Joe Torre type that is this calm,
consummate Yankee too. He's just
calm,
like,
steady hand at the till is what,
Yeah.
That's what you want. You don't want this. You don't want somebody crazy. But then sometimes that can really be good. It's just they don't last a long time in places.
Mm-hmm.
Players get burned out. Like a Billy Martin was a
Sure,
great.
yeah.
Earl Weaver's another guy
Earl
like
Weaver,
that.
Yeah.
Just wore the guys out though.
Who's the Cardinals one? There was one.
Whitey Herzog.
Yeah, there he is.
Whitey Herzog's great to play for. Everybody
Yeah,
said
believe
though.
it. Yeah.
He's a real wise ass, and
Yeah.
he's got a real like sense of humor and everything.
Yeah.
That Seasons in Hell book, Whitey Herzog managed for the first year of the Rangers being in Texas, and this guy said Whitey Herzog was the biggest treat ever to cover. He was just a great fucking guy and hilarious and everything else. So they said it was too bad he was the scapegoat for the Red Sox, this interviewer says. And they go, it really was. I know he's done some things in his past that rub people the wrong way, and we all have. It's just the way different personalities go, especially when you have a bunch of superstars in the one locker room. It's almost like you have to walk on eggshells around those people because they're more sensitive than most people that are not superstars.
We're all superstars.
They say when a player digs into the batter's box and gives you a long grimacing stare, is your best response and message to the hitter simply the delivery of your next pitch? And Dan says, yes, definitely, without a doubt. There has to be respect both ways. For me, I've always been tired of being called a cheater or having a dismal career by what some reporters have said. Well, you got busted for PEDs and you had a dismal career. So they're really just noticing that the sun has risen and you're going, hey, hold on, don't say that. I feel like I fought the longest, just like Bobby Valentine, to get to my career to where it is right now. And they said you signed a deal with the Rockies in 2007 and pitched a game against the Giants. And he said, it was a great feeling. I was excited. It was tough because I had just come back from Japan. I broke my hand in Japan and they decided to release me in the last quarter of the season just because they were not going to use me anymore and had no chance of the playoffs. So they sent me home. I signed with Colorado, got called up to the big leagues a couple weeks later, and after 4 years of having not seen a major league game, got to pitch to my first batter, Barry Bonds.
Oh.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It's haven't been in the bigs for a while. Oh, here's the fucking
That's going out.
most insane hitter in the last 25 years. So they said, what were the odds of you facing one of baseball's most feared hitters? And he said, it was pretty interesting. I had some butterflies. So the injury to the hand, he said, that happened in Japan. I was pitching and lost my footing in the bullpen. It was on my glove hand. I kind of slipped and fell over. I used my hand to stabilize myself from falling over, and I broke my ring finger, pinky, and a couple of bones in the middle of my hand. Bullshit. 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 No pitcher in the history of fucking baseball has ever broke their hand like that. Delivered a pitch, then fell over and broke your glove hand while trying to brace yourself? That's the craziest thing I've ever fucking heard. It's impossible.
Is it?
It's fucking impossible.
I could certainly see straining something. I don't know about breaking the whole hand.
Broke 2 fingers and bunch of bones in the middle of your hand. You punched something, you fucking idiot. He punched something.
Had to, right?
He punched something, which is against what the team, they won't pay you if
They'll
you
be
punch
mad at you
something.
for that,
So he had to say it happened in the bullpen.
Yeah.
He probably got pissed off and punched a wall or something. That's just the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. They said in Japan you also sustained an Achilles injury. Jesus, this fucking guy is a mess.
Yeah.
Which required medication to help with the healing process and eventually led to a positive test. Mm-hmm. This is the problem with the positive test. He said, I actually got a serious injury and had surgery on my Achilles. When I came back, I tore my Achilles tendon in the year we won the championship. Oh. I signed a 2-year contract with the Oryx Buffaloes for a substantial amount. My leg was in a cast for 4 months, so they were shooting it up all year long, trying to get it balanced back. Right. After my first year at Oryx, I wasn't throwing very well because my body was so out of balance. Then it started hurting my shoulder and back. So they told me to just take the rest of the year off and come back for 2007. I was still having problems with my legs and the way my muscles were firing that year. So again, a doctor was giving me medication that I didn't think much of because I passed all my drug tests and Olympic testing in Japan. So I didn't think twice about it. And that's when it was, I got tested on the last day of the season with Colorado. It was still in my system and I got busted for it. Mm-hmm. They said, it looks like MLB used you as a scapegoat to fill their 2007 quota and deter players from using banned substances.
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Is this his PR guy, or who the fuck is interviewing him? What a complete moron.
They're using a guy that's been fired from every team he's ever played for as a scapegoat. Teach a lesson.
Ridiculous. And he says, yes, I think so. No one even knew who you were, dude. What are you talking about?
Well, that helps me, actually.
Yeah. He said, I mean, because I tried to fight it. I had to do a lot of things for my defense. I had to get the doctor from Japan to come and fly to New York to testify for me in court. He wanted $500,000 to do it because it would give Japan a bad name since I never failed a test in Japan. So I said, screw it. I'll take their 50-game suspension and wear it for now. I didn't think that would be that bad, but Colorado didn't sign me back. Also because you sucked. That's the other reason.
You were not good.
The GM at the time, Dan O'Dowd, didn't give me my National League championship ring. They gave me a playoff share because I was there for a short time, but they didn't give me a ring because they were disgraced by the fact that I was a cheater and stuff like that. It was just bad. Yeah. The team votes on who gets rings, by the way. That's part of it. Yeah. An unnamed journalist tried to say that I was, and playoff shares. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
They literally, I don't know if it's still the same now, but like in the 70s, they would sit down, the whole team would have to sit down and decide who gets
a ring.
No, not rings, playoff shares. Who gets what? Does this guy, do the coaches get that? Does that coach get that? Does the trainer get that? Right. Literally all of this shit, they can divvy it up. It's a crazy deal. So he says, an unnamed journalist tried to say that I was trying to re-spark my dismal career. My response was, what's so dismal about making over $10 million? I don't think that's too dismal.
Did he make over $10 million?
Probably with Japan and everything. If you add it all up for 20 years, I'm sure he made $10 million. But, I mean, you don't have $10 million after that. That was over the course of 20 years. So the reporter, or whatever this idiot is, said, if a man can't look me in the eye and share his theory to my face without the facts in hand, and instead choose to hide behind a computer desk in favor of meeting publishing deadlines, then it's not newsworthy in my book. Okay. Yes, be more friends with Dan than other reporters. Yeah. He says, exactly. You know, it's like so many people just wrote stories about me that have never even asked me the details or took the details out. Even Tom Verducci and things he wrote in my article. I said so many things to balance and justify the difference between cheating and other kinds of uses of certain PEDs or whatever, and they don't want to listen to that, but everybody wants to be negative and listen in to CNN nowadays. Well, you'll be on CNN plenty in a little bit here. They said, not a lot of players want to comment in fear of being blackballed, but you're not afraid to speak your mind and represent Team Italia in the World Baseball Classic. It's your time to shine and be heard.
Right.
Who the fuck is this kite man that is interviewing this guy? This is insane. They say, he says, yes, it is. If people want to call me a jerk, whatever. But you know what? I've been around this game for 22 years now, and I know that 90% of the people I've played with have said, if I had a chance to use it and make myself better, then I would have too. You know, that's what we're here for. Yeah, that's fair. The guy said, I don't blame you for having headed south to pitch for Monterey after all that nonsense. He had no choice. Stop acting like...
Where's he going to go?
He turned his nose up at the MLB and was like, these people have treated me wrong. I'll play in Mexico. Right. No player's ever said that in the history of the world. He said that they were a great organization. I played for them for a while. I pitched well in Monterey, got to the playoffs a few times. Then I got traded. So he talks about, going to that team, which doesn't really matter, the Caribbean League. They said, what's the difference between baseball played abroad and in the U.S.? He said, for one, the United States has the best players in the world in the major leagues, so it's kind of hard to represent the United States because it has so many players. Mexico and Italy have a lot of great players that have been overlooked by the United States. It's hard. With me representing Mexico, I'm one of the better players in Mexico because that's where I'm playing at the time. With my experience and talent, I could make those teams and play for those teams. I could possibly pitch for Team USA, but that team has so many Americans from all over the country to pick from. Ones that don't have a 7 career ERA, too. So it's really hard to make that team. So he said Team Italia called him in 2009 and found out that I was Italian through my agent.
What?
They couldn't find out through his last name?
Yeah.
I could have told you that from fucking space that he was Italian.
They don't have your card?
Yeah, he said, after they got my background information about my Italian ancestry, they said they would love for me to come over and try out. Mm-hmm. I came down and tried out, and they said they could definitely use me as a starter or a reliever because of my good arm. He said that this guy said once, the reporter said, once Team Italia's manager, Marco Mezzieri, gave me his cell phone number, I felt compelled to do him the same and gave him a scouting report on Team Canada. We all had to do our part. And Dan says, well, that's it exactly. We're here to win right now. I'm not an American. I'm an Italian. Well, you're actually an American, an Italian-American. You're both. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can be both. That's good.
Yeah.
And I'm here to beat Team USA today. I think he's meaning on the team. Like, I'm not an American ball player. I was there to beat Canada yesterday, and I was there the day before to beat Mexico. Granted, I have friends from every team all over the world, but right now I'm just Italian. They say, how proud are you to be an Italian? I think the interviewer's name is Roberto, so I think he's being interviewed by an Italian man in Italy, possibly. He said,
I'm very proud.
I'm very proud to be an Italian. He said, it's unfortunate because I've always had strong Italian family growing up, but Italian heritage or history was never really taught. I never learned Italian, though my father speaks it, and he said, I just wasn't brought up that way. Right. Now, doing more research about Italy and possibly thinking later in my career to maybe going to play in Italy for a bit, how much more of a career do you think you have, bro?
Yeah.
I'm really interested in the Italian culture and to visit all around Europe. I'm looking forward to it. Italians are a well-educated culture to begin with. Everyone on our team speaks perfect English and perfect Italian. Some speak Spanish, Italian, and English.
Wow.
I think they're just educated people. My grandmother spoke 5 languages.
Yeah, but
they all speak a shitload of languages.
Spanish and Italian are they're
the same thing.
Other? Yeah,
they're the same fucking thing. Yeah, if you ever worked in an Italian restaurant in Arizona, like I did, you got the Italian waiters scream shit out in Italian to the Mexican cooks who then answer back in Spanish, and then they go back and forth in their native languages, understanding everything. So it's fun. So he said that unfortunately, when you move to another country and you're unable to speak their language fluently, you tend to get away from your native language. I know when I played in Mexico, my whole team spoke English. I didn't have a chance to learn Spanish because people talked to me in English. So it's not as diverse as you think. It's a lot harder. Even my wife can tell you it's a lot harder to go there and learn a language because everyone is polite and tries to talk to you in your language and make you feel more comfortable. Unlike here where we just yell at you louder and slower. And think you must be dumb because you can't get it.
That slower bit is the important part.
This louder and slower.
Yeah.
You must be a moron because English ain't your first language. To someone who speaks 4 languages. The blessing. Oh, man. So he says that we have a tendency to get lazy and not try. But right now I listen to Italian tapes every night because I want to try to learn Italian.
Rosetta Stone.
Well, yeah, he said that's because everyone's trying to be hospitable and speak your native tongue. Is that what the guy's the reporter's asking? He says, yes. I mean, the Italians come right over here and they all speak English right out of the gate. They don't even try to speak Italian. They're like, no, we're in America now. We're speaking English. That's what they do. They said, how does having a coaching staff that includes future Hall of Famer Mike Piazza affect your approach to the game? He said, Mike's a great guy. Look at his story, coming from the 62nd round as a favor to his godfather, Tommy Lasorda. That's the most Italian thing I ever heard. My godfather, Tommy Lasorda, did me a favor and had me drafted in the 62nd round by the Dodgers. That's pretty fucking amazing. Something ridiculous like that, and the best offensive catcher of all time, whatever his statistics are. Yeah, they talk about
Best offensive catcher of all time.
one of.
Yeah, but not the
Can't
best,
name
right?
Can't name one with that another guy who hit 330 with 40 homers all the time from the catcher's position. I mean
Pete
Pudge
Rose,
was pretty good for a while.
right?
He didn't catch. Johnny Bench caught, but he stopped catching. He started playing third base halfway through his career. Johnny Bench was a great offensive catcher. Yogi Berra's another giant beast of an offensive catcher. But catchers are not offensive guys generally. Not a lot of big hitting catchers.
I'm trying to think of somebody little that caught that. I guess that other Italian from the Dodgers was a good offensive player, but he was very
Italians are.
What's his name?
Which
LaDuca.
one? LaDuca, yeah, Paul
Yeah,
LaDuca. His dad had a pizza place up in Sedona. Yeah. That's it's interesting. We're all like catchers and then managers. That's how Italians are.
Huh.
So how many Italian? There's like 12 Italian players in the whole league, and I think there's the same amount of managers. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're very good at managing for some reason. So they talk all about this. Thanks for your time today, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now, sometime in 2015, he marries a woman named Erin Spohr, Spohr. Okay. Also in 2015, after he's talking about his $10 million and all that kind of thing, he's on an episode of Bar Rescue with his bullpen bar.
Oh,
I've
that
seen
was
this
him.
episode too. Yeah, I've seen this episode.
I have too. Is it the same as the fireman?
No.
I feel like it's the same season though, right?
Oh, that's possible. That's possible.
With the fireman bar? I don't remember, to be
That's
honest.
possible. I do remember this, the bullpen bar.
Yeah.
I remember.
I don't
"That's
remember them
bad."
mentioning that he played in the league.
They mentioned it. They mentioned it because they did the same thing with old LB there in Boston with that bar. Remember that one that we?
Oh, they did his too?
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
that was he was a total asshole the whole time and like got kicked out of the business because of it. He was a drunken menace.
Yeah.
So he appeared in 2015. He told the producers he'd lost $14 million in bad investments and a bitter divorce settlement.
Is that right?
Following the end of his career. So he's saying he had $14 million and blew it all in a few years. He purchased a bar called the Bullpen in Sparks, Nevada, and he was $300,000 in debt and at risk of losing his and his parents' home that are both extended for this. That is not good. Yeah, that bar was a huge piece of shit here. Yeah. June 11th, 2021, some things have happened. The Sacramento Bee says Placer sheriff seeks suspect in homicide. Deputies are seeking information from the public following the shooting death of a 70-year-old man last weekend at the North Lake Tahoe area residence. Authorities responding to a 911 call from a home in Homewood around 10 p.m. Saturday arrived to find the victim, identified as Robert Spohr, Erin's dad, dead of a single gunshot wound. Wow. The sheriff's office included surveillance video from the property a few hours earlier showing a person of interest. The video showed a man in a dark hooded sweatshirt, gloves, white neck gaiter, and gray backpack run down the street, then walk onto the property past an SUV parked in the driveway. So they're looking for information of who that could possibly be. A few days later here, we have a reward offered. Actually, not a few days, 6 months later, February 4th, 2022. There's a reward offered. So they've got no information on this in 6 months. So now they're trying to figure it out. They said the family of a couple of a Tahoe couple violently attacked in their home last year is now offering a reward. Apparently, Robert was not the only one shot. The wife was killed too. The wife was shot too. Wendy Wood there is the wife. Or I don't know if it's the wife or his girlfriend or whatever.
Spohr's gal.
Robert Gary Spohr and Wendy Wood here. They lived at the residence. The attack killed Spohr and left his wife suffering from 2 gunshot wounds to the head.
Dang.
Despite her injuries, she came to in the night and called 911. Wow. They were left for dead. She woke up and was like, better call 911. Got bullets in my head and he's dead.
My God.
Wow. So they said they left. The attacker didn't leave a trace. They said the attack has left the Spoor family searching for answers, and they announced a $150,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and conviction.
Shit.
Wendy said, "For me, every day living with this uncertainty of who did this and why has been the most agonizing thing."
She has no idea.
No, she spent a month and a half in the hospital and is undergoing extensive rehab surgeries and rehabbing to learn how to do everyday tasks such as walking, reading, and showering.
Oh, God. Learning
Miserable.
how to live.
Jesus Christ, that is horrifying. Her daughter said, "She is amazing, but I can't be sure about my safety or my mom's safety without knowing who this person is. We're trying to get more info from the public and maybe someone who knows the person to try to get them to come forward." So they said the suspect appeared walking along the bike path in broad daylight between 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. southbound on Westlake Boulevard.
Shit.
So, yeah, same info there. They learned the suspect was lying in wait inside the home for more than 4 hours before attacking them.
Really?
He sat in there waiting. So this was these people are going to die.
Targeted assassination.
Yes, she goes on to say, "I can't even fathom a human being laying in wait like that."
Yeah.
They said that anyone who might have pictures or footage of the man from a selfie or dash cam could be really helpful. March 9th, 2023, Wendy Wood, who was shot twice in the head.
Yeah.
This is a year later. They still haven't caught who did this to her. Shot twice in the head. Wow, this is sad. She's been suffering from disabilities, depression, and she was with her husband for 50 years before this, too.
Oh, Jesus.
So on March 9th, she's in a senior home where she's rehabbing herself. Yeah. She kills herself.
Ah, fuck.
Yep. Killed herself.
Gave up on it.
Yeah, she said, can't do it, can't make it. And she's also so depressed. If you're depressed from someone dying from 50 years and your body's a mess and everything like that, that's tough.
Ain't going to last long.
So they say now her daughter, Adrienne Spoor, already filled with a hunger for justice, is even more determined than ever to catch the man who killed her father and, in her mind, killed her mother as well. Yeah. She said she just couldn't handle the loss. She missed my dad like crazy. She was just stunned. It was like the killer killed her too. When we bring that person to justice, I certainly hope they're held accountable for both deaths, which, no, they are very responsible for both. She said that she's all fucked up too. She said it's awful. You can't really ever go back to normal. There's this big question mark floating. Something horrific happened, and yet it's like everyone else goes on with their lives, but there's such a chasm in your life. You have your suspicions, but no one yet has been brought to justice. She believes the killer knew her parents directly, which is what she says. I guess they describe the house, by the way, as a towering chalet-style home in an upscale neighborhood alongside the lake and the Homewood ski resort.
In fucking Tahoe? That's incredible.
Doing pretty well for themselves. Investigators said they have new clues that lead them to think that someone may have hired the shooter to kill the couple.
Oh.
And that whoever put up the money for the job or pulled the trigger may be from the Reno area. The killing happened on a Saturday with tons of people. Sunny Saturday with a ton of people around.
Like a Sunday Saturday.
That's a Sunday Saturday. One of those real chill Saturdays. Yeah, that's not going to work. The house sits next to the popular Hurricane Bay beach and a busy bike path. There was no signs of forced entry and no reports that day of anything suspicious in the area. The main clue of how the shooter got into the house comes from surveillance footage showing what officials believe to be a man loping up the driveway before 5:30, wearing the hoodie and the mask and everything. They said once inside, the detectives believe the shooter waited for them to arrive, and when they did, sometime before 10 p.m., the killer pounced, shooting both in the head at point-blank range. He then fled, taking nothing from the house. Nothing was taken. No robbery.
Just their lives.
Just who did you piss off?
Yeah.
This is a straight, I'm going to kill
hit.
you.
Yeah.
They said Wendy Wood, the wife, was prone in the bathroom. Her daughter thinks their dog, Maggie, licked her out of concern long enough to revive her to make the call.
What a good dog.
That's a good boy. That's a good girl right there.
Yeah.
Woke her up with some face licks.
That's
Jesus.
a good damn dog.
Fuck yeah. Given the execution style, well, it was probably just licking the blood because it tasted good to him or something. But still,
I'm hungry.
mission
Wake up.
accomplished.
I'm thirsty. Wake up. I got to shit. Wake up.
I got to shit. Get up. Given the execution-style nature of the shootings and the lack of robbery, they quickly came to a conclusion. We firmly believe this was some sort of planned event targeted. Yeah. However, now it's been 2 years, and they said it's tough to close in on the people they suspect were involved.
Yeah.
They said, yeah, who knows? They said, we're looking for multiple suspects who we believe were involved in the murder. We continue to track down all tips and leads. That's it. They said the daughter, Adrian, said that, they did a good job of refocusing the case. They've been working on it every day. They have a lot to do, and they have some leads. They said the family kept the house in the community, but last summer, Adrian finally took down the photos and heirlooms out of it. Her mother was making progress physically with the help of friends and family, but struggled with a lot of depression and anxiety.
Sure.
They said she didn't remember being shot, so that was actually good. She didn't have that trauma, but the fact that her husband wasn't around anymore, they had spent their whole lives, I guess, building and developing a real estate business and all this type of shit. So Adrian said, my mom could never just move on. This huge thing happened, and it's like you're reading a novel and the final pages are missing, or you're writing a story and there's no ending. Ultimately, it killed her. So, this is fucking wild. Now, Adrian, her older sister, Erin, married to Major League Baseball pitcher Dan Serafini here, talks about. They said, Erin said, we sold that bar a long time ago, and my husband now works in underground mining here.
In fucking Nevada?
Wow.
How Italian.
Jesus, from her home in Reno. I miss my parents tremendously, and I wish they could see my kids, sons ages 2 and 5, grow up. I have no idea who did this to my parents. I wish I knew. So they have the website, www.homewoodhomicide.com, was announced, and the family was offering the $150,000 reward. Erin said, my mom was the strongest person I know, but as the emergency faded away and reality set in, she just got overwhelmed by the loss. She said, we spread some of Mom's ashes this winter on one of her favorite ski runs. We just need one good break in the case. Here we go. Here's the break. October 21st, 2023. Dan Serafini arrested in connection with murder of father-in-law and attempted murder of mother-in-law.
Why?
His in-laws with his wife that he's still married to.
Yeah. Today?
No, at that time.
Okay, yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Why would he do that?
Let's find out here. Man, that is a lot. So he's arrested the same day as Samantha Scott, 33, who was apprehended in Las Vegas. They noted in the post of the announcement of the arrest, the police department, that the arrests come 2 months and 4 years after the deaths. And the police note that the early stages of the investigation had authorities looking at the home's video surveillance, leaving them with footage of a hooded male with a backpack and a face fucking thing. They said since then they've worked tirelessly to try to figure this out. The information detectives had gathered led to identifying Serafini and Scott as the suspects. Both suspects are known to each other and to the victims.
Yeah.
The sheriff said today justice was served. Okay, that's good. They said, interesting. And then he said this, understand that my team's commitment to unraveling the most complex of cases prevails. It's weird that he used the word team with him. And those who inflict harm upon the community will be held responsible, of course. He is in deep, deep shit, as a matter of fact.
How the fuck does he know this Erin girl?
He's married to her.
Erin Scott?
No, Spore.
Oh,
Erin Spore is the woman he's married to.
Who's the Scott person?
Scott. What are we talking about?
Didn't you say somebody with the last name of Scott?
That's the other
Samantha Scott.
Samantha Scott, the co-defendant.
Yeah, who the fuck is she?
Oh, we'll get into that. Don't worry.
All right.
We'll get into all that. But so now he and some 33-year-old woman are now charged and sitting in jail. He's in Humboldt County Detention Center and is being charged as a fugitive from justice as well for some reason because he was brought in from another state or something. So he is fucked at this point. I mean, he thought he was fucked on bar rescue. Not only that, you now have no support because normally, let's say you killed somebody else, your wife might stick by you and at least help you or something.
Right.
You killed her fucking parents. You shot her parents.
Well, at least that's what you're accused of.
That's what I mean. You're in deep fucking shit.
And who
so
the
he's
fuck
sitting
is
there.
this Samantha bitch?
That's what I mean. All of these things, his life could not be spewing shit any more readily than it is now. It's really a bad time, and he's sitting in jail, and he's like, how did it get here?
Yeah.
Think about it. How do you get here? I hung out with Barry Bonds. What happened?
We
This is
childhood
bullshit.
pals.
This is bullshit. I don't know what to do. He's in his cell. Things aren't going well. And someone comes in to help him out here. There's a knock on the old cell door. Someone's there to fix the plumbing. It's Paul Calhoun, shit pipe enthusiast. And he says... Hey, how is it you come to arrive here, pal? What's wrong with you?
God.
Jesus Christ. I was talking to my buddy, Bobby Colorado over here, right? I was talking to him a little bit, and he said, for Christ's sake, you're embarrassing. He said, you're embarrassing the entire ethnicity. He didn't like it. He thought you were kind of a bum. He thought you was a bum, and he said, hey, this guy, he goes plays for the Italian team and all this. He told me not to unclog your shit pipes. But I say, you know what? Normally it's, clean your shit pipes, slap your wife, but you already shot a parent, so I'm going to let it go on this one. So clean your shit pipes, shoot your wife's parents is not a good slogan. You know what I'm saying?
We unplugged this. We won't tell Vinny Pasma.
We won't tell her at all. Hold on, let me get in here. Oh, there's all sorts of shit in here. There's I got excuses. What is this, a bottle of some kind of steroids in your pipes? Your pipes are full, my friend. Your shit pipes are teeming. The teeming, I'll tell you. I said, I don't see an alibi in here. That's one thing I don't see, pal. You're going to need that, but I don't see it in here. And then poof, and he disappears. And in a cloud of pipes and wrenches, he's gone.
What the hell?
And Dan is very confused and thinks he must be tripping. October 31st, 2023, Halloween Day, he pleads not guilty to murder and attempted murder charges.
Okay.
Not me. He also faces special circumstances in the murder and attempted murder here as well. He's being accused of burglary for allegedly entering the home and and unlawfully with the intent to commit theft also.
Okay.
They said that he pleaded not guilty to the allegations, denying the special circumstances, including the use of a .22 caliber firearm. Sure. The district attorney said that this has been a big case for the county, and we're glad to see this day begin to get one step closer to justice. The second suspect, Samantha Scott, who was arrested as well, was taken into custody in South Las Vegas by U.S. Marshals, and they're still trying to figure this out and unravel it. Okay. Now, November 5th, 2023, he faces new charges.
Oh.
If it wasn't enough to kill his father-in-law and shoot his mother-in-law, holy shit. He has now been accused of child abuse of 2 infants now.
What happened to them?
This is not good, man. You are seriously embarrassing all the fucking Val people here at the last names. You're fucking us all up.
And
Dan.
who the fuck is Samantha Scott?
We're going to try to get to that, too. So he, he's apparently in a criminal complaint. Prosecutors allege that he committed cruelty to child by abuse, neglect, or endangering the health, citing mistreatment of his 3-year-old and a 3-year-old and an 8-month-old.
Okay.
They didn't say whether the kids were his and didn't spell out the specific actions related to the alleged abuse. Okay. Interesting here. Wow. So May 19th, 2025, his trial starts.
Yeah.
And here it goes. And there's going to be some details in here, and Samantha Scott's going to spill the fucking beans because this wasn't her fucking idea. So witness says accused ex-MLB player confessed to Lake Tahoe area shooting is the headline here. Okay, Samantha Scott on Tuesday told a jury about the first time Major League Baseball player Daniel Serafini told her how he was involved in a shooting of his wife's parents. Oh, man. So they said Spore was shot once in the head, and we know that stuff. Okay. So the authorities arrested Scott in October in connection with the shootings. She has since agreed to a plea deal and is testifying as a witness for the prosecution.
Oh, we're about to find out who the fuck she is.
Yeah, I think we know who she is. You don't just hang out with 15-year younger than you women as a friend when you're married. It just doesn't work.
Feels like there's a reason they were together.
I have no lady friends 15 years younger than me right now. I have none. Zero. Ugats. He said Serafini's murder trial continued with Scott's second day of testimony. She said Serafini told her about the shooting as they sat in his pickup truck one day in the summer in 2021 at his wife's horse ranch.
He's bringing his mistress to the wife's house?
This is so fucking weird. Yeah, she said, quote, he had told me that he had shot Wendy twice in the head and she survived. She said it was shocking. She said he didn't tell her anything about how his father-in-law was shot. She said that up until then, she had had suspicions that Serafini was involved in the shooting, but didn't think he was capable of it. She had already been questioned by the sheriff's department, and she said Serafini told her investigators might think she was involved. She testified about how she saw Serafini test fire a handgun with a makeshift silencer hours before they were shot.
Okay.
He was making silencers.
Yeah.
And the fact that this shooting happened next to all these people and all this very active area says that he used it. Wow, that is remarkable. She drove him back to Nevada as he got rid of the gun, his clothing, gloves, and backpack. That's why she's arrested. The prosecutor in the murder trial told the jury that investigators never found those items. Scott said, try not to say anything else. Tried to say anything. Try to come up with a plan why you were in Tahoe. Bro, you need to come up with this shit. It's your murder plot. You need to tell her what her alibis are and stuff. Yeah. Holy fucking shit. So they said that Scott drove Serafini in her Subaru from Nevada to California, dropping him off near his wife's parents' home before he snuck into the home. So she fucking she drove him there.
Yeah.
Where did she think he was going?
She's
to do what?
Super involved.
That's what I mean. This is crazy. Wow. She dropped him off near the parents' home. Then we find him walking before he snuck into the home and waited to ambush the in-laws. And if he was the son-in-law, he would know a way to get into the house that didn't look like forced entry as well.
Yeah.
So Scott met, I guess, Serafini's wife, Erin, 5 years before the shooting. They met at Erin Spore's horseback riding business and became friends. Scott would often do odd jobs for Spore and her family, including working as a nanny in exchange for horseback lessons and housing her horse at the stables.
He is fucking the nanny?
The horse riding nanny, yes.
Oh,
who's
my God.
trading nannying for horse lessons.
Wow.
Scott said in court that Serafini told her they were picking up a package on the day of the shooting in Tahoe City. She assumed the package was drugs, she said. Because you get drugs from your father-in-law usually. That's where you get them. That's where all my drugs come from. Sarah's dad just hands them out. You should see. He's crazy with that. So she said she didn't know at the time that she dropped him off on the day of the shooting less than 2 miles away from the wife's parents' home. So she didn't know. She said she waited for him for hours before he returned and they drove away. She sat there for 5 hours waiting for him. Wow. Days after the shooting, Dan convinced her that pre-existing minor damage to the tailgate of her Subaru made the vehicle too recognizable, so he drove to the back. He drove the back of his pickup into the rear end of the Subaru to create more damage that would require her to have it fixed at a shop, and then he gave her money for repairs. He said that way it'll be fixed. Well, that way it'll be fixed. Yeah, and then you won't be able to see it.
I'll pay your deductible.
Now, Scott testified her affair with Dan started with flirtation in October 2023. About 5 months after the wife's parents were shot, they decided to meet at an Elko hotel where they had sex for the first time. Gross.
Oh, boy.
A motel in Elko. Ugh. She said she never told her friend, Serafini's wife, she was having an affair with her husband. Well, no shit. That stopped a couple months later, but continued up until their arrest. What? That stopped a couple of months later.
It stopped and then started again.
Okay, yeah. I feel it was a bad decision on my part, Scott said. Which part?
Good answer.
Being the getaway vehicle for a murder or fucking your friend's husband? Which one?
Yeah.
Which one are we talking about? Scott said that about never telling her friend about the shooting. So a little of both.
Little
column A, little column B there. Yeah, that's how that works. 601. So Serafini and Scott were arrested, obviously, at the same time. This is wild. The filed charges indicate prosecutors believe Serafini was the one who actually shot the people, which obviously he was the guy going in there. Scott pled guilty to a felony charge of being an accessory after the fact of the crime, which is hilarious because she drove him there. So that's beforehand.
Long before.
Long before. Her sentencing hearing had not been scheduled. Prosecutors said that the accessory charge could result in a sentence of 16 months to 3 years.
That is a crazy low amount of time that she's got.
That is not a lot at all. So the testimony continues with the jury hearing an audio recording of county sheriff's detectives questioning her several days after the shooting. So they were looking at them right away. She's testified that she lied to the detectives, telling them she had been with Serafini in Elko looking for a pickup truck for his wife. I was just trying to help pick out a pickup truck.
Trying to find a new F-150 for her.
Wow. You know, I want her to have the one she wants.
Yeah.
Dan said, my juices will be on the seat, but that's a totally different scenario. Dan said that we were staying there to look for trucks. That's where we were staying. That's where we were staying if anyone asked. She testified that she was anxious at the time because she knew she wouldn't be telling the detectives the truth. She said Serafini asked her to add him to her Verizon cell phone service because he was concerned detectives investigating the shooting were looking into his records. Oh, can I be on your bill?
Yeah.
Wow. That's fucking amazing. So the defense attorneys are basically saying, you have to weigh she's a liar and, we don't know. You can't do any of this shit. Someone who would fuck her friend's husband, good God.
Yeah.
So they said that Scott carefully looked at the prosecution's evidence and months later provided an account designed to fill in the weaknesses of the prosecutor's case. That's what the defense is saying.
Okay.
They said that they argued the prosecution doesn't have any physical evidence that links his client to the crime, which they don't. So, they had charged her with first-degree murder at first. They dropped that shit, obviously. She was, by the way, released from jail on her own recognizance with a GPS monitor.
Yeah.
Wow, she's got her ankle bracelet and she's fine.
She gets to go home.
Yeah, they said she could have faced 25 years to life.
Oh.
And now she's sitting at home with a fucking ankle bracelet on. You can't believe her. Mm-hmm. She testified that she considered it for months before she spoke to the prosecutor and investigators earlier to tell them about what she knew. So she said the prosecution made no promises. They just let her talk and let her do her thing. She said she was hoping to give them her story and possibly receive a plea deal. She said her attorney later informed her that pleading guilty to a felony charge could result in a maximum sentence of 3 years. So Scott said she was told she would only have to serve an additional 3 months if the judge gave her the maximum because she sat in jail for a while anyway. So her attorney told her it's going to work out, whatever. She said, I didn't know what my future would hold. I knew that Dan would be upset. You're telling on him for murder? Probably. A little bit.
Yeah.
Then, June 26th, his wife here testifies in this whole thing.
And she hates him.
Well, now she hates him.
Yeah.
She said the relationship with her parents, with her relationship with her parents, said was always a little tumultuous. She said she had an up and down relationship with her parents. She said her mother had a strong personality and that she had heated arguments with her parents about her husband and over money, but that they always made up and traveled on vacations together as a family. Mm-hmm. This sounds over enmeshed or some shit here. But I mean, now it sucks because they're dead, so they're not enmeshed at all.
She wishes, yeah.
She testified that she was getting along with her parents in the months before the shooting. Obviously. Now, that's terrible. So they also say, they tell the jury that Serafini convinced Scott to drive him from Nevada and drop him off a few miles from the home.
Really?
They said he snuck into the house. He talked her into it here.
Mm-hmm.
During cross-examination, Aaron Spohr said she was 100% traumatized by losing her parents in such a manner. And also, not only that, but by a search warrant served at her home in connection with the shooting and by investigators poking into her private life and searching through her phone records and computers. The whole thing's been a mess, she said.
Yeah.
You know how many people have seen pictures of my tits now? It's a lot.
I was just asking those ladies if the dress looked nice.
Yeah, this is wild. She also told the jury it's been difficult not being able to have a private conversation with her husband since his arrest.
Oh, I'd really like to call him a cunt for ruining my life.
I'd love to yell at him in private. She said that she and her husband had an open marriage, sometime including threesomes with other women.
What?
She said they would have sex with others separately in a don't ask, don't tell type of arrangement.
Holy.
What the fuck is going on? Listen.
Now everybody knows this.
Wow. So she wasn't apparently mad about
the hooker or the prostitute. I mean, the mistress. Goddamn it.
Samantha. She told the jury some of her their closest friends knew of the arrangement she had with her husband.
Wow.
Including the one that fucked her. Her idea, oh my God, her idea of marriage was formulated in part by her father cheating on her mother, she said in court. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. She is like a plug-in therapist thing. Like, your father cheated on your mother, now you think it's okay for your husband to cheat on you? Like, holy shit.
And you don't mind because you're banging the bartender?
Or whoever you come across, whatever horse people you come across.
Too much.
She said her mother would get angry over her father's cheating and hire private investigators to follow him around. So she didn't want to have that type of relationship with her husband. And obviously he's going to be a cheater because that's who she's attracted to. Because that's who her dad was.
And that's also what we all are. We're all a mess, and we all just bang everybody, evidently.
Well, also, too, a Major League Baseball player, what do you want? Obviously, he's going to have his dick dipping in everywhere he can.
He's got some hubris and some ego that he needs to stroke.
Oh, yeah. Stroking something.
Somebody else to do it.
Yeah. So they also... Samantha Scott said they had continued to communicate, her and Serafini, while in custody with jail kites, little messages there, little handwritten notes, where he would offer emotional support and she would express her devotion to him until she was offered a plea deal. And then the devotion went a little less. Now, the wife here, Erin, told jurors that her husband told her he was having sex with Scott in November of 2021. And she now knows he wasn't telling her everything about his relationship with Scott. She said Scott was being deceptive by not telling her about the true nature of the relationship with her husband. She said, quote, "I feel very deceived by her." This dude, this Erin, needs the most therapy ever.
I feel
she is still upset with this one about that's what?
I feel betrayed, deceived.
He fucked your friend and shot your dad in the head and your mom.
Yeah.
Don't just fuck this guy. What are you doing?
Don't believe any of these people.
No. And she said this, why wouldn't she tell me? She was my friend. She's picking up my kids from school. She's having dinner at my house.
She's blowing my husband.
She's fucking jerking him off under the table. She said she doesn't feel as deceived by her husband over the affair with Scott, and she still trusts him, quote, 100%.
Oh, my word.
Fuck my friends, shoot my parents, 100% trust, and I'd love to talk to you in private.
Does she believe that Samantha Scott killed everybody as a way to get back at her? What does she believe?
This is insane, man. So she also said she believes Scott was deceptive in court when she testified that Dan confessed to her that he shot her mom in the head and that he threw out a gun, his clothes, and a backpack on their drive back. Dan's wife here, Erin, said she felt it was, quote, creepy that Scott had changed her appearance to look more like Erin in the 5 months since her release from jail. She said she's single white femaling me. This is crazy.
She's killing my family and trying to take on me.
Look like me, for Christ's sake. One of Serafini's attorneys asked Erin Spohr to compare photos of herself and Scott taken outside of court. Spohr said Scott seemed to have a similar hair color style along with similar clothes and sunglasses. Spohr also testified that Scott, before the affair, seemed to be attracted to her husband and to want the same kind of life she had. Erin Spohr said, "I just think it's odd. She always seemed to be around." Because she's fucking your husband. That's why. It's not odd. It's just weird that you're the... Wow, okay. The prosecutor said in court that Serafini hated his wife's wealthy parents and told others he was willing to pay $20,000 to have them killed. Now, Erin said that her parents forced Serafini after they were married to sign a post-nuptial agreement a year after the marriage.
Is that right?
That means that he wouldn't get any of his wife's money if the marriage were to end. Mm-hmm. But that was all their idea. The jury was shown transcripts of angry emails and text messages between Serafini and his wife's parents that show a heated ongoing dispute over a $1.3 million loan from his in-laws. Uh-huh. They lent them $1.3 million to help his wife's horse ranch business. Whoa. The emails and text messages also included heated arguments between Dan's wife and parents. Jesus, so everyone was arguing. Lawsuits between Erin and her sister, Adrienne, allege money played a role in the 2021 deadly shooting. On Thursday, this day, Serafini's wife testified that her parents made her younger sister the sole trustee of their parents' estate worth more than $20 million.
And Erin is the one that gets that?
No, her sister is the lone trustee,
yeah.
But they said that if their parents died, the sisters would split their inheritance.
Okay.
Holy shit. Okay. So, Dan, to be sitting in court and hearing your fucking wife talk about she trusts you, and this one she's mad at the sister or she's mad at the friend for fucking you. And this whole thing is all very personal and embarrassing for everybody involved, especially for Erin, I would say. She's the most... Because, I mean, he's up for murder charges. She's not. Right, so, I mean, for her, this is just the embarrassment. I mean, Christ almighty. You don't exactly feel bad for Dan, I'll say that much.
No.
But I'll tell you who I do feel bad for.
Who's that?
Dan Serafini, owner at DSMP, I don't know what that is, in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't think so. He was a songwriter also for... Voice finalists, a bunch of people I've never heard of because I don't watch that show. He claims to have written songs for Vanessa Williams, Leonard Skinner, the title cut on Skinner's last CD, Last of a Dying Breed, and the Wilsons. He was a producer for New Kids on the Block, Marky Mark, the Wilsons. Yeah. If you're related to someone famous... Yeah, like Carney Wilson.
Yeah,
if you're related to someone's famous, he will fucking do your album for you.
Absolutely. I'll figure it out.
Maurice White from Earth, Wind, and Fire. Also producer for major labels like CBS, EMI, Manhattan, Capitol, Lyric Street. Wrote producer. Songs for Columbia Pictures, Universal Pictures, MCA, The Nutty Professor, Armed and Dangerous, Beethoven's Fourth. Oh, yeah. Co-writer and musical arranger of Brooklyn, a Broadway show, and musical director of Guess Who's Coming to Seder, which would be the Jewish version of Guess Who's Coming to And also Ellen DeGeneres Show, Modern Marvels, TMZ, Meet the Wilsons. Guy's got a long one. Also, Daniel Serafini, owner of The Traveling Epicurean. Holy shit, this guy's in Wappingers fucking Falls, New York.
Really?
Oh, boy, we could go see him. We're from the same neighborhood. I don't even know this fucking guy. Weird.
Knock on the door and be like, you know who?
He went to the Culinary Institute of America, which is right in Hyde Park, so that makes sense.
You know who shares your name?
You got a name? He's seen it, yeah. And also, Dan Serafini, Senior Director, Application Development at Banking Centers CIBC in Oakville, Ontario, Canada.
Jesus.
July 15th, 2025, Dan Serafini found guilty of first-degree murder. Absolutely, he is found guilty. The prosecutors are saying they were talking about all this. They presented text message evidence on the escalation. One of the text messages sent prior to the attack read, quote, "I'm going to kill them one day."
Whoops the daisy.
Not great. That's not great at all. And there we go. That shouldn't lead to any trouble down the road. That should be fine. Oh, man. So that's pretty fucking funny. He is also convicted of first-degree burglary.
Yeah.
Now, let's find something out here. August 7th, 2025, jail love letters revealed between Serafini and Samantha Scott.
Yeah?
This is fucking fun. Okay. Major League Baseball pitcher Dan Serafini and his mistress would leave each other hidden love notes in jail after being arrested and charged with murder. Samantha Scott read one of those letters in court while testifying against him as part of the deal she made with prosecutors. In the letter, Dan wrote, quote, "I love you and I think about you so much of every day. As crazy as it sounds, I wish we had more court days just so I could see your face.
It does sound crazy.
As you bury me under the jail with your testimony. I wish I could tell you not to be so scared, but I understand that you are. There's really nothing to be scared of, and it will be over soon." Mm-hmm. He then went on to describe what he had planned for himself and Scott once they were released from jail. Oh, yeah. He said,
very optimistic.
"I'm getting out. First plan is to hit the airport parking lot."
Ew.
There's a reason for that, because Scott explained in her testimony that was a reference to a time when the two had engaged in sexual intercourse in the parking lot at the Reno Tahoe airport when going to pick up a car. You don't get any trashier than fucking in the parking lot of the Reno Tahoe airport near a rental car facility.
Fucking
That's trash.
In Reno's general.
Proper. Reno proper. It's still bad. Oh, that's gross. Serafini wrote about how he planned to profit off his situation at the time, too. Quote, "I'm writing a book right now to help pay for your and my attorney's fees. I'm also hiring you to help me finish it." Oh, great. I got a job already waiting for me when I'm out.
We can fuck in the Truckee Meadows.
It's going to be great. We could fuck over in Sparks. So we need to take a couple of road trips to get some facts right, plus photos of certain places. I'm pretty sure there'll be some stops along the highway and the way back, for us to fuck in the car.
Yeah.
When asked about the road trips and stops along the way, Scott said they were a reference to the sexual intercourse the two would engage in at rest stops while making road trips.
Oh, God.
Jesus, these two are trash. Serafini also encouraged Scott to fantasize daily and told her to keep safe.
Yeah.
He said, "If anyone fucks with you, I have a long reach from here. I'll take care of it." What are you talking about?
You don't have a long reach. Stop it.
Yeah. He wrote, "Only problem is my news report is delayed a bit. Looking forward to being with you again soon. Love you. Love me."
Yeah.
He then signed the note, "We will be free soon. I love you and always will. The Wolf." That's where the Wolf came from. It's not his baseball nickname. It's what he called
it himself.
Yeah. When asked why Serafini referred to himself as the Wolf in his letter, Scott said she didn't know and had never referred to him using that word. He just all of a sudden decided, "I'm the Wolf. Fuck it."
I got a long reach from here because I'm the Wolf. Have you seen Pulp Fiction? That's me.
That's me. I'm going to fix it all. Scott explained these notes would be exchanged on days when she and he had court appearances and carefully hidden in the same elevator. Notes would be carefully hidden in the same elevator they would take while being transported. If caught exchanging the letters, they would have likely been placed in solitary.
Right.
Interesting. It was shortly after she received this letter that she agreed to testify him against him at trial. Okay, so the sentencing gets delayed and he's seeking a new trial. This was a week ago. So, the judge agreed to hear his motions while the sentencing is continued. He also filed for change of attorneys. And, so August 21st, 2025, wife of Daniel Serafini testified he did not kill her dad days after his murder conviction. She also filed for divorce.
I didn't do it.
Okay. He didn't do it, but I'm divorcing him. So she files for divorce. Here, 1 week after the jury convicts him.
Yeah.
In her filing, she wrote that she's seeking sole custody of the two sons, who are 7 and 4, and is not requesting child support or alimony from him, because he's incarcerated.
Right, sure.
She said that she and her husband have an amicable relationship in her divorce complaint, and the divorce filing is notable considering that Aaron stood by him through the whole thing, and then when he gets prosecuted or gets convicted, now she's filing. Mm-hmm. She denied that Serafini played any role in the shooting and claimed her father's life. She said it wasn't me, or wasn't him.
Yeah,
wasn't him, which is pretty fucking amazing. I don't know what to say. Aaron said it was not until Serafini. I guess the two. She met him after Aaron was hired to work with Serafini's first wife to help train her horses.
Wow.
So he just trades in a new horse lady every once in a while. He traded in the first wife. Yeah. She took half his money because he was fucking somebody.
Wow.
Then he meets more women through this wife's horse business. This is fucking crazy.
He likes horse broads.
I guess so.
Trying to
She
haul
just trades them in.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say about that. So she said that they were married in 2010, a week after his divorce to his old wife went through. The divorce proceedings in the Serafini case stretched out over 3 years, which would explain why Erin's mother was eager to have her new son-in-law sign a postnuptial agreement that prohibited any money from the trust set up in her daughter's name from going to his first wife or their children.
What the fuck?
Serafini's current divorce should go much quicker, as Erin filed as a self-represented litigant and isn't seeking anything, and it's all amicable. So that's how it goes. Adrian Spork petitioned the court requesting $1.3 million in restitution from the brother-in-law for the business. She also filed a civil suit against Serafini, Erin, and Samantha Scott for the death of her against her own sister for the wrongful death of her parents. So stay tuned. He's going to be sentenced, but he's getting at least 25 to life.
And
That's
she's trying to keep her from getting any of the inheritance at all because she was married to the guy that did this. And she's got to be accusing her of being a part of it, right?
I think this is all she's lumping her in, I believe,
that feels like
to try
accusation.
to try to maybe get I'm not sure about that. Allegedly or whatever the fuck.
Right.
But who the hell knows? But she might be trying to keep that inheritance to herself. Who knows? He has a Twitter, Dan Serafini.
Really?
Where there's a picture of him at his bar, I guess. It's an old one. He's got I'll just show it to you. He's got a Coke and he's presenting it, a Coke with a straw, and he's presenting it like it's something that he made.
I made a Coke.
A lot of tats on that guy.
Sure enough.
Covered in fucking tats. He said, baseball was fun, but now the real fun begins. Home with family and friends.
Yeah, I can operate a Coke gun.
He also said, I need some baseball stuff for my sports bar. Let's go, my so-called baseball friends could use the help. So there's that.
He's mad.
Can't get enough of this dipshit? Well, you can get a Dan Serafini. For some reason, it says its name is Ken. Not sure why, but Ken Serafini. Fort Wayne 9394. It's an uncorrected error. It's an error. That's why. 11, and it's signed 1195. It's a signed error card. Dan Serafini, Hardware City Rock Cats Twins, 1995. Another signed card, $8.95. And then in 1994, Dan Serafini, Upper Deck Minor League signed rookie card, $45.
So insignificant, they fucked up your name on the card and didn't fix it.
Didn't even bother. This card, I think, is autographed out of the factory, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of those, so that's why it's $45. So there you go. There is Dan Serafini. We'll have an update for you on his sentencing when he's done. But I've been waiting for him to just finish up the court case so we can talk about this because it's a wild fucking case. So interesting. There you go, everybody. If you like that show, please tell the world about it.
Yeah.
Get on whatever app you are listening on. Give us 5 stars. Tell your friends. Follow us at Crime and Sports. Head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. Get all your merchandise. Get all of your tickets for live shows for Small Town Murder. Seattle is for sale. Get your Seattle tickets right now. That says also patreon.com/crime in sports is going to be where you get everything, your bonus material, and you're going to get a ton of it. As soon as you subscribe, anybody $5 a month or above, you're going to get hundreds of bonus episodes you've never heard before immediately. Then you get new ones every other week, one Crime and Sports, one Small Town Murder, and you get all of that.
Yes.
This week, we're going to talk about athletes going very broke and throwing a lot of their money away, which is fun.
I love that.
Bankrupted athletes. Then for Small Town Murder, it's part 2 of Ted Bundy helping to hunt the Green River Killer. Yeah. And that part 1 was more interesting than I could have possibly hoped for. So I'm real into that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll check that out. Patreon.com/crime in sports. And you get a shout out at the end of the show. And you get also, I might add, all of the shows, Your Stupid Opinions, Crime and Sports, and Small Town Murder, all ad free on Patreon. Yes. It's ad free. You can put it into the RSS, into whatever player you use, and listen to it however you like to listen to it. So Jimmy, I need you to hit me with the names of the most wonderful goddamn people in the world. The people who keep us going, the people who are the backbone of this show. Hit me with them right fucking now.
This week's executive producers are Gary Howard, Dorothy Katz, Aaron Webb. We're 2 alike, my man, and I'm so sorry. Hope you're hanging in there. You're the best, and I love you. And Jamie Anthony, thank you all so much for being a part of this. It means the most to us. Other producers this week are Peyton Meadows, Jessica Makowicz. That's a sandwich of Mackey's. Yeah, that's gross.
It's
happy
a new thing
hour
from McDonald's, the Makowicz. It's a dead clown on a bun.
Happy hour in Owensville, Missouri this week. Good for you.
Boy.
Janice Hill, Kathy Fair,
Pelliccione.
Pelliccione.
Oh.
Jillian Copenhavers, Dolan Harrington, Amol Cowercourt, Annie Johnson, Camaria Collins, Megan Clark, Nick Mick, Brandy PhD, Jeremy Sanderson, Ty with no last name, MX Stacy, I imagine that's motocross Stacy, maybe not. No name. Somebody with no name. Lydia with no last name, Brianna McManus, Chris Templeton, Marco with no last name, Sandra Sheldon, Stacy Silas, Helen Psilocybin.
Thank you for making me trip.
Helena Svedang, Rachel Spiller, Amy Nichols, Santi with no last name, Haley Schrenk, Carl Zubovsky, David Bakabobo, Tammy. What is this, Tarney? Is that Tammy? Tammy Sander, Halsey with no last name, Cece with no last name, Marguerite Puente McGowan, Jenny Bean, Melbo 99, Patty Taylor, Marie Yarborough, Carrie Lee DeHart, PZ, what is this? Jennifer. Why did I do two N's, one N, two F? Nice. Jennifer Johnston, Bradley Thompson. There it is. Lynette Placido, LaKendra Devereaux, Andrew Thomas, I hope not, Kendra Levy, Desmond with no last name, Karen Snook, Ryan Noonan, Blaine Cluton, Trevor Robinson, Nick Jutz, Mick and Kathy, Eric with no last name, Nicole Jennings, G. Wayne, Eric Macbeth, Kara with no last name, Brad Bigrig, Tim C. DeHaven, Vicky G., Deborah Anderson, Michaela Sutherland, Jennifer Bain 1, Quinns with no last name, Skylar Littlefield, Drea Thomas. Nope, that's Torres. God fucking damn it.
Fucked up both names.
Hainsey, I think. Hayes, New York, maybe? Or is it Haysney? All right, Laura with no last name. EMS, Nick at Night, the State Farm guy. I don't know which one. Joel Perry, Jake. Travis with no last name. Don White, Babulus, 35. Chris Hicks, Francesca with no last name. Ian Crystal perhaps. Dustin Dentier.
Yeah.
Kara Muir, Robert Frey, Jennifer Jones, probably not that Jenny, Fatimus, 07, Crystal Cannon, Karen Palmer, Michael Lanigan, David Nichols, A with no last name, the letter A. This show brought to you by the letter A. Marty with no last name, Elizabeth Masad, Jeremy Raddick, Danielle Gallo with a C, no, with a G, Jamie Rortvet.
Wow.
Jaime, perhaps. Mira Bolding, Karen Wells, Skylar Quazo, DK Metcalf, Christy Hunter, Nanami, Alan McRae, Sonny Provenzano, Beth Freeman. I can do those quick now. Don White, Ashley Morse, got that Morse code money. Mackenzie Henson, Thomas Hajatna, Brianne with no last name, Spencer Altoff, Helen Downey. Yep. Courtney Santos, Rhonda Clausen, Misty Spells, Dash with no last name, David Sutton, Mel B, Yabos McGee, I bet you. Jonathan West, what is this? What you eating? What you been eating? All right. Heidi Orme, Amy McGuire, Beth Miller, Savannah Dolan, Kristen Seeley, Alexandria G, Anne-Marie Polinsky, Terry McElrath, Katie Lockhart Mantle, Manol perhaps, James Etier, Mike Noonan, Jay Petro. I can't do them as well as I thought. Leanne, no, that's Lena. No, that's Leah. Leah Snyder, Russell Stewart, Jeanne, Marie, Joe, and Mary. Maybe it's Jeannie. All right. JC German.
Jeanne, G-I-A-N?
No, G-J-E-A-N-N-E.
Jean.
Could be Jeanne, right? It's two N's.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be Jeanne. I don't know. Possible.
Oh boy! Cheyenne Bruns, S and A, the letters S-A. Julie.
Sexaholics Anonymous?
Yeah. Or just a Mexican guy, my essay.
Yeah, either
Waraxa, Hayden Burns, Leslie with no last name, Jeremiah Sniffing, gross. Nicole with no last name, Edgar Bradley, Susie Fade, Julie Coates Jackson, Latasha Campbell, Laura with no last name, Alex C, Tiff with no last name, Marianne Menina, Timothy Ruiz Brown, James Larkin, Christine France, Outsider with no last name, Jessica Knight, David Borgs, Hannah with no last name, Andre Black, Jennifer Baran, Todd Prince, got that tennis fucking brand money, Jerrianna Reardon, Barbara Cope,
Yellow fuzzy ball money.
Jeremy Renner's last sip of the soda in the town. That is hilarious because I've never mentioned it nor discussed it with anybody, but that's the most disgusting sip of soda in any movie ever. He's getting shot at by cops. He grabs a soda out of the trash can, takes the biggest pull you've ever seen from a soda that's not yours, the straw and everything, and then throws it down and gets up and continues a battle with the police. He doesn't care that whatever that's going to give him because he's about to die and he knows it, I think.
Well, I don't think that disease is really...
At that point, he just wants a sip of Coke.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
He'll take
King
hepatitis
Lakes,
if he has it.
And he certainly got it. He was teaming with it when he got blasted in the face. Nick Blake, Bodie Marshall, Summer Monstera, Michelle Cox, Cody Lambert, Connor Crawford, and every person who patrons this show. You're the best, and thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody, for all that you do for us.
Unreal.
We are beyond appreciative for everything that you just hanging out with us.
You're doing it.
Giving us shit, giving us money, listening to us, telling your friends, you name it. If you do any of those things, we fucking appreciate the hell out of you. You want to follow us on social media, head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. Drop down menus will take you wherever you need to be. Keep coming back week after week live from the Crime and Sports Studios. We will see you next week.
Bye.